Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast, episode 81. It's Noor.
It's Chief Sergeant in the building, baby. Oh, come on, man.
It's your girl, my Weezy.
You got the Prince. Was good.
So Miles been late for everything today.
Everything.
Whoa. No.
episode
Don't
delayed
even.
because of Marwa.
That's not even true.
Late for her intro.
30
late to
seconds
come
That's
to my
not even
house.
true. Oh.
Come on, man. Anyways, man, we here. We had some technical difficulties before this episode, so if my face looks frustrated, that's why, bro.
It's all like that.
We thought we're lighting engineers, bro. Yeah, y'all see, we trying to do something different in the background, but yeah, it wasn't working out for us today, bro.
If you're watching this, you're seeing lights, you're seeing a lot of
They're
thighs.
really-
That's a lot of
episode.
size.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Oh, now you care, bro. So when
I know. Last week he didn't.
Yeah, that's because last week I had a good topic to get into. But this week we don't.
We got amazing topics to get into.
No, I choose a lot of I don't know what's been going on, if I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, but yeah, there's just bad things going on in this world and in social media and society. It's a lot, man. But I'm good, bro. Yeah, man. So,
Oh, is there a lot going on?
no?
No, see, I was asking.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, there's bad things. to
Social
talk
media,
about.
huh?
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, yeah, man.
Yeah, but I've been good. Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty. All right. I've been chilling. Nice
Have
weather.
you-
Back to you.
Have you recovered?
No, there was an episode we did once when we asked Mao how was she, and she sounded like she was on speed. Like, pretty good, pretty good, yeah, pretty nice. That's exactly what just took me back to now. Man said, "Have you recovered?"
Right.
Good question.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
good
Sort of.
stuff.
I mean, it hits me like every now and then that I don't have a car when I see like a big car driving in the street, but I think I'm good.
Like she gets
I'll
up
be
in the
alright.
morning. She gets up in the morning smiling, good day. Then I don't have a car.
How am I gonna get to work? Hey, shout out to everyone that was laughing at Miles playing with us.
Yeah.
The clip was doing runs, bro.
Yeah, you guys are sad. But it was good jokes, good laughs.
Oh man, yeah, probably top something moments.
I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna lie, I was driving super tired throughout the week. I can't remember where it was, and I woke myself up because I was like, "Nah, I'm actually not gonna end up on the end of the jokes." Windows down.
No.
I'm glad I could be a source of help.
Bro, but how do you fight
Situation.
this? This being
Trust,
tired
have a
thing?
nap.
You can't fight it, bro. Sometimes you just get tired out of nowhere while you're driving. What the heck do you do?
Stop, pull over.
Yeah,
That's
Charles.
why they have those lanes
I'm
where
gonna
you
get to my
can.
destination 15 minutes
Yeah.
later and that.
Yeah,
That's
see?
the problem though.
It's kinda better than not getting there at all, huh?
Ages ago, yeah. My mom. This is when I probably first got my license, or a little bit after, yeah. And so you know when you at that time you're excited. If someone tells you pick up this thing, you're like, okay. You just want to drive a
No,
car.
I
right?
Yeah.
And so my sister was working. She didn't have her license yet, and they're like, "Hey, go pick up your sister at let's say 4." And it's like 15 minutes from here. It was like maybe 3:30. So I was like, "Yo, leave now." Bit of extra drive time. So I get there 3:45. I'm like, damn, I have to wait 15 minutes now. But there's nowhere to park. So I go like a little bit outside her workplace, go to the Macca's, park the car, sit in the shade. I knock out bad. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even like. It wasn't even a nap, bro. I slept. Yeah. so I'm not picking up my phone. Like, bro, I wake up like an hour and a half later. Like 50 missed calls, bro. I'm getting missed calls from my sister, my mom, my dad, my pastors. Like these guys ended up calling people and be like, "Hey, have you heard from Noah? Like, where's Noah?"
Bro.
I think they were this close to filing a report.
Yo.
I know the house.
I wake up, I call. I was like, hey. And they're like, "Hey, don't worry about Rita. She's at home." You just come home. I was like,
You just got home.
dust them on.
Oh man, never getting trusted for another errand again, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
An hour
This,
and a half.
the scariest moment is having a nap
out.
like before work.
Before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
risky.
know, we decide to work at 5 and then it's like 4:15. You're like, I'm leaving 20 minutes. So I
Yeah.
just
Take
quick
a nap.
water. That's with no alarm. Dangerous.
Well, that was me though. Like on
Dangerous, bro.
Sunday, like because we had church in the morning. I had to do a bunch of stuff at church.
Yeah.
And we left this guy's house. Like house is at like what 4:30.
Damn, was it that late?
Wow.
Wasn't it?
Four.
It was
I
late,
had
bro.
to go dookie when I got home, so I only slept like 5:15. And then I was like, bro, I got to be up at 6:30. Is it even like if I sleep, I'm sleeping in,
risky.
and
No
no one
worth
knows
it.
what they're doing today.
That's madness, bro. I remember when I went, I was on my break at work, yeah. I was just mad tired. I think that was one of the days when I slept for 20 minutes overnight. So I was like, I bet. Let me just close my eyes, rest my eyes, I said, on my break. Bro, I wake up, pretty much an hour, 10 minutes. I said, yep, that's the longest break.
We did that.
I walked in. Yep, everyone's all good. Yep.
No one asking questions?
No one asked questions, bro. So it's about how you walk.
Emergency at home.
Like, what do you mean? I was helping a customer.
Why your eyes red? I was crying.
Bro, you know them naps,
Emotional
bro, when,
interaction.
like, bro, them naps. It's because it's when it's hot.
Yeah,
when
when
it's
it's
hot,
hot,
the
it's
nap
hot.
will finish
Yeah.
you. That heat added extra to that nap, bro. I woke up and I forgot what day it was, where I was, bro. I said,
That's the scariest moment, right?
Danny, why are you sweating? I'm high.
Imagine being so scared that you can't even say I was asleep. You say, I'm high, bro.
High.
Now, having a nap on your break is dangerous too, bro.
Yeah, man. But no,
It
everyone's been
is
good, huh?
risky.
Everyone keeping safe on these roads now?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the
We
Mile
good.
challenge, bro.
Let's not call it that.
The
No.
Mile challenge, bro.
Someone gets in an accident, post crazy caption, Mao challenge.
Hashtag Mao
Hashtag
challenge,
Mao
right.
challenge.
I'm not even lying.
Don't do that.
God forbid we ever get in an accident, but if it does happen, I'm doing that.
Well, man's gonna say hashtag Mile challenge.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey guys, just did a mile.
Just did it.
Man, I was popping them, man. What's on the floor, man? What y'all been seeing?
Oh, so I had this thought during the week, right? Do very attractive females, like, you know, the attractive females that it's like, no one questions that if you're attractive. Like, yeah, a lot of people, they'll be like, is she attractive? Is she not attractive? Like, you know, someone will have an opinion this way, someone will have an
Like,
opinion.
you mean the straight up,
But
everyone
just
unanimous.
agrees. Like, you're a good looking
Example?
human.
Damn, that's a bit tough now. I feel like I used to have answers.
It is
Okay.
tough. I feel like generally across the board, everyone will be like, Lori Harvey's attractive.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or even, let's say, in like a year 5, every single guy said Megan Fox.
Bro, I was I was waiting for him to finish. I'm like, hold on. Yeah, and so I started, whoa. Then I was like, okay.
Nah, like in year 5, every single guy after watching Transformers was like,
Yeah,
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 Megan
yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
that's
I
the gal
disagreed
still.
with that one.
When you
Yeah.
first watched it, wow.
I wasn't.
Question.
I think you're pretty
Anyway,
legit.
all right. So, all right, let's say Mila Kunis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, good check.
all right.
Sure. Yep.
Do those girls get tired of being asked out?
Not
On
really.
dates.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked me.
Crazy because
question.
you can't make a joke right now.
I'm not gonna say
And
that.
neither can we.
Yeah. So tread lightly, guys.
So,
But yeah, sorry.
do
yeah.
they get
Do they
tired of getting asked
I
out?
actually had to apologize for interrupting a grown conversation.
Nah, do they get tired of being asked out, bro? I feel like if you're trying to pursue something serious and you feel like everyone's coming to you on a
No,
joke
not
thing-
even like that. So I was thinking like throughout there every single day, like now imagine like you're just walking to get a coffee and someone's like, "Hey, you're very attractive. Like, what are you doing?" Because it would happen. Like, would that just get tiring? Because I know, like, as a guy, if you were one of those guys that's like everyone would be like, "That is an attractive man," you wouldn't get sick of it. You honestly wouldn't.
I don't think anyone will get sick of a low key.
I think it also depends
Yeah,
like
I
how
mean-
people do it. Because like if you're just coming up to the person and you're like, "Wow, you're attractive. Can I get your number?" That gets annoying. That would get really annoying. But if it's like they're putting their number on a napkin and giving it to you, just throw it out. Isn't it? Isn't that? Just
Isn't
how-
that weirder to just put your number on a napkin and pass it to someone?
People do it though. What?
Bro, I remember I got that once at work, bro. Oh, I was like,
You got what?
someone read the number on the napkin.
You don't have to make up stories for the podcast.
Wait, what? Oh my day.
No, he's trying to. He's blaming everyone today. No
Yeah,
one's
wake up for
safe.
everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird because you're talking about does it get tiring? You know, normally it's like, yeah, you would. But then Aisha Curry is telling us something else.
That's what you
She's telling us, I want attraction from other men, but I'm married. So then now someone's like, you know, but I also feel like that's the same person that would say, oh, I'm tired of guys always hitting me up. But then now when you get that, I don't want that. But then now when no one's giving you that
I don't think
attraction,
no one's ever really trying to go through a drought, bruv. It seems kind of nice when there's too much rain, yeah? And then once the drought comes, like, kind of nice when the rain was here. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. That's true.
I
I think there's also
like
balance.
every-
You don't
I was
want
gonna say, just
too
like
much of
everything in life,
each.
there's always going to be a balance to this,
Yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
for this kind of thing, how do you try to balance that? That's solely on other people's behaviors and where you're at.
I will tell you one thing. I do understand the fact where one thing becomes too much. Yeah, perfect example is because I know a lot of people, right? And sometimes I want to go somewhere where I just don't know anyone. I'm just like, let's just say we're vibing, going out coffee, whatever. I just want to be alone, or if I'm going with someone one-on-one, right? But then to go somewhere, then I get interrupted, I remember like, bro, probably like 2 years ago or something like that. Like almost everywhere I went, not all everywhere, but like, you know,
You bump
the
into
hot
people.
spot, right? Not
Okay.
you know, here, there. I would go and I just get interrupted. I'm like, bro, hey, I'm trying to connect over here, bro, right? And then, no lie, it got to a point where I actually had to travel to the city just to eat out.
Just to be able to have a good
Like just because it's like I have too many people. Like, you know, when I say too many people, I'm not saying like 10 people. Like for
Like
me,
in the local
one
areas, yeah,
person.
It can end up
When
being
I'm
a 40
eating, that's
minute
enough,
comfort.
bro. Just one person, just to say, "Hey, wagwan, brother." Like, yeah, you know, like I like it, whatever. But then now it's like every day, it's like, nah,
Too much.
you know.
You
So
know what's
I
crazy?
do
It's
understand
like,
10
They
too many.
might be like walking down the street. Oh, it's Carl's having dinner. Oh crap, we made eye contact. Oh, now I'm gonna say.
Nah, like
It's
legit, it's like
honestly
that,
possible to be like that.
bro. One
Yeah.
time I was talking to somebody, setting up, but I'm having dinner with somebody, bro. 7 minutes. Oh yeah, so how's business, bro? I'm literally cutting my steak. Yeah, not bad, bro.
One man trying to eat, man.
Hey, isn't that the worst though? Like when you're the person, like the guy or the girl that was having dinner with you, yeah, and you're just like these guys are talking. And stuff.
Fam.
Do I
I
keep
saw that
eating
the
or
other
do I
day,
not
yeah.
keep eating?
So I was
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Mao and I went out. Yeah, we went out to
Yeah.
eat. We went out for lunch or dinner, or whatever, a couple of days ago. Yeah, and me, I always observe people just anytime I'm out, like by accident.
Yeah,
as well.
nah,
I always
yeah.
I just
I'm
see
with the-
things,
Absolutely.
and my mind will piece together what's going
Yeah.
on. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, I'm with that.
So this couple are walking, guy and girl. They're walking down, and the girl clearly bumped into someone or two people that she knows. It was another couple, guy and girl, right? And I'm guessing your mind still was playing in the guy's head. Drake's part. I took it to the club and yeah, I know somebody. You know that part, yeah? Come on, right?
I know exactly.
So the girl bumps into the guy, beautiful hug, boom, hugs the guy, hugs the girl as well. Yeah, what's up? And then I'm like, bro, if she doesn't introduce,
It's very
like
disrespectful.
her partner to the other guys, this is mad awkward.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she did that successfully.
Yep.
As time progresses in this conversation, though, I can see she's having an ISO conversation with the girl only. In my head, I'm like, bro, what is she doing to this guy right here? Like, just leaving him
Yeah, yeah,
out
yeah.
to dry. And I'm like, bro, thank goodness these guys started talking as well.
Yeah.
But like, bro, that's awkward, bro.
It
Like,
is.
if you're part,
It
if
is.
you're with
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
and
nah,
they're talking to
that's-
someone
I
else,
feel like you have to introduce.
You have to help
straight
them out.
away.
Yeah,
for sure.
bro, you have
For
to
sure.
introduce them into the conversation, or else it's a long day for them, bro. Like, what do
Yeah.
you do in that instance, man? So I don't know how the person was feeling at your dinner or whatever.
Oh no,
Watching-
I mean there's introduction, but obviously they were more like interested in terms of what I've been up to, and
Yeah.
because I haven't seen them in a long time, right? That's the homie and that, right? But it was just more like, yeah, I don't know. For me, when I see someone, I know when it's to keep it pushing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
what I mean,
yeah.
just know, hey, yeah, bro,
Hey,
I
how's
see
it
you.
going? Good
Hey, nice to meet you. Bow.
Yeah.
You know what I
this
mean?
is one guy we know that's good at that.
Yeah, bro. I had the best interaction. I think you were there with me, bro. Shout out to Jaden, bro. The greatest guy of all time, bro. Right here, but within 3 seconds, the guy said 1,000 words. Hey, yeah, bro. God bless you. You look good. Have a good one,
Yeah, I actually love that.
like
bro.
Quick.
Quickest thing I've ever
Especially
seen.
if the person you're running into is sitting down, like nah, I don't want this
Yeah.
whole you standing up because
yeah,
you know they're not standing up like normal. They're
The hands
standing
on the hands on the seat, bro.
that the whole time. Yeah, and so it's just uncomfortable.
Nah,
Your hands on the table because you're just about ready to sit back down, man.
nah, the guy. I was like, I want to be like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Quick,
just quick, boom, boom. Good to see you. I
In
gotta
your
keep
mind,
it
you're like,
going.
wow, that was wholesome.
Yeah,
Yo.
he said
that's
everything.
mad, bro.
The family was good. Yep, all right.
Damn, bro. Well, no, that's interesting, man. Something I was thinking about though. It's kind of heavy though. We did want to get someone on to talk about this, I guess.
Heavy,
But this
heavy.
episode is out on Australia Day, huh? You know,
On the 26th.
What
Oh,
the,
it
out
is.
on the 26th.
26th, what the general population would call as Australia Day, right?
Yes.
So I've been talking to a lot of people about this, conversation for a bit as well. Like just because every year leading up to 26th of January
Rah, rah, rah.
gets heated. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? In Australia. And on social media and everything like that, you start to see a lot more posts and things like that, right? And I've been doing a lot of trying to do a lot of introspective thinking of like, all right, so what, like, okay, where should my heart be with this, and exactly what kind of action should I be taking?
Before you start, just because we got people listening from UK or
don't
whatever,
really
so they'd have no
know
idea what
what
the 26th of Jan is in Australia. So
All right, so 26th of January, I forgot what year that the first fleet, as they came to Australia, but that's when they arrived at Sydney or whatever, or New South Wales or something like that, right? And
I don't know. I didn't grow up here.
I was literally reading about all this today, man. Now the facts have flown from my head, bro. But they arrived in New South Wales pretty much. It was something like 17 something or
1776.
17,
That's what I just
17,
put in my head.
And
1788. Very
yeah,
close.
all right. And then there was obviously
Wow.
there's indigenous people already here on this land that we call Australia right now, right? And this was their homeland, and that's what people call Aboriginal individuals right now, yeah. And pretty much, we've now branded 26th of January as the day Australia was
Australia
discovered,
Day.
and this is Australia Day, our National Australia Day, and like that. And it's like, especially now in the more recent years, we've seen how people have been like, no, this is not on. Like, this ain't it. You know, we have to recognize the history behind
Yeah.
what this means. You know what I mean? That day was not the same enjoyment or whatever for both parties
Yes.
or both people,
Yes.
both nations and things like that. There's a very different, very different sides of the story that's told about the 26th of January. Yeah. We've seen efforts happen politically, you know, over the years. We had Kevin Rudd come up and thumbs up, sorry, and he
Yeah.
thought that he solved the whole situation. We've seen people try to suggest other dates that this day should be changed to and things like that. But I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, all right, what actually can be done at this point now, or what should be done? Because yeah, I want to see what kind of actionable things, as opposed to everyone just like don't celebrate and celebrate. I get how that is like is definitely important, because it's like, don't just be oblivious to what's going on. But other than that, like, yeah, what should we do like right now? I'm shook. I'm confused.
I literally just messaged that to our thing, the topic stuff. I was saying, like,
Should
does
you change it?
changing the day actually mean anything? And I say this fully ignorant of
Yeah.
what it could mean or what it couldn't mean. Like,
But then you could change the day, but then the meaning of it is
That's
still
what
going
I'm
to be the
saying.
same.
The heart is still
Like,
behind
alright.
the changing it there.
all right, we make it, I don't know, June 5th.
Someone said May 8th.
Because
Be like, May or something like that. Bro. I was
Oh,
like, yo,
actually, I like that.
Silly, bro.
I like
I
that.
see what you're trying to do,
Mate.
bro. But it's like,
Mate.
yeah, I get you. Like, okay, yeah, changing it. Like,
Again, I think you're
like
you're
the heart is
still
still
Oh, I
behind
just
it,
got
isn't it?
that.
yeah, you're still celebrating the same thing.
Right.
You just change the date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But then also there is an element of, all right, and it's like people should celebrate being Australian,
That's what I'm like, okay, we
right?
need
Like, as in like not in a yeah, let's celebrate what the first fleet did. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
that's dumb. But then it's like what the country has become. But then it's hard because it's like
Still.
a lot of what the country has become is because of terrible actions and stuff. So it's like, but then it's like, can you actually just tell people full on, just don't be proud of being Australian?
I think
Because that's
it's-
impossible.
Yeah. Once again, yeah, we say this like ignorantly, whatever. And that's why we want to get someone on here to educate us and, you know, talk us through it and stuff. But people are mad more of, you know, because of what happened and the fact that we actually don't acknowledge, like people don't actually acknowledge it on the day of Australia Day, right? We don't acknowledge the fact that, you know, a lot of these people were, you know, taken away from their homes. A lot of them were separated from their families. You know, a lot of bad things happened to them. And it's like, that never gets addressed, like ever. It never does. So it's kind of like we're brushing it under the rug and then just, you know, putting Australia Day, everyone's having barbecues and celebrating everything. So I don't think it's more of like us not being able to celebrate, because of course it's like, yeah, we're Australians, you know, be proud of what you are, whatever. But it's just that the fact that we're ignoring such a big part that actually happened during that time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I get it in terms of like, you know, changing the date, like what will that actually, you know, do? Because then it's like, yeah, you said what, May 8th, and then we're celebrating and it still has the same meaning then, you know? Yeah.
I'm not even lie. I want it to be made.
Why? Just so you can
Bro,
say that.
that's incredible
Made.
marketing.
massive marketing. But you know, I can. It's very, bro. It's just deep, man. Because I'm like, yeah, like what you just raised, like being able to try to celebrate the kind of nation that we live in now, compared to so many other nations that are just madness. You know, we can get into everything that's going on in America because there's just so much talk
Bro,
about
forget
all
even
that.
America, bro. Where I'm from.
Everywhere
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
everywhere,
Yeah, compared
for
to the
sure.
world, Australia's, you know what I mean? We have a certain foot that's ahead in most regards.
Yes.
You know, there's definitely areas for improvement and stuff. And that pretty much comes down to the point I'm trying to raise now of like, how are we able to celebrate the greatness of what we're living in, but without ignoring
bad.
the bad that we still have right now, and how we got here, plus the work that still needs to be done. It's like, how do you encompass all of that into one day?
I think-
and yeah, where all parties are, you know what I mean? Are respected or viewed. Yeah.
I think where that might become a little bit complicated is when, let's just say we have a date for it, yeah, May, whatever, right? Then let's say between this year and next year, we have like the worst time here in Australia. You know, like crime rates going up, this going up, going down, all that kind of stuff, right? So then at that moment, next year, May 8th comes. What are we celebrating really? Right? The past year we've had the most, let's say we've had the most suicide, we've had the most crime rates, we've had the most this, everything's going through the roof. So then now it's almost like there's not to celebrate. So that's why if we're going to go in with the mentality of, oh, why don't we celebrate how far we've come? If you're going to look at the difference between last year and this year, it's like, okay, we've come a long way, then that makes sense. Otherwise, that means that there's going to be years where you don't celebrate because last year was worse than the year before. And so how do we know when to celebrate that? If that kind of makes sense.
I do get that concept of like we should be celebrating something like more than just the fact that we exist.
Yeah, I mean,
That is a point.
there's that. But yeah, I just think with everything, there's always like, there's always different perspectives on it, right? And obviously, this is one of those where for some people it might mean something, for other people they'll look at it completely different,
Yeah.
right? And this is just with a lot of things all around the world, right? You know, here when today's, some people are living today because of what someone did, hundreds of years ago, 50 years ago, but what was done to them was just bad. But we're celebrating it. How does that make sense? So we could be celebrating it, but what about their family? Do you think they're going to be celebrating that? Yes, we're here today because of them, but their life was taken too. So it's perspective on the same issue.
I think even another question is
Okay.
no,
Then
no.
let's go off that because I say this all the time, and I don't know. Like,
Surely you're not gonna Anzac Day.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's what I was about to talk about just
but
then.
not even Anzac Day. Like, let's go even more modern times. Like, as an Iraqi, it's like, okay, Australian soldiers went and supported America and the UK and what they did in Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff, and it's like, for me, I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
Because even like I used to sit in school and they're like, so be respectful and all this kind of stuff. And I wasn't rude. I mean, I giggle because it sounds like Star Wars when the trumpet plays.
And they called you out. They said, "Be respectful." Huh?
Nah, that never come on. That they just say like be respectful and stuff. But in my head, I was like, what about you just don't kill my people?
Yeah.
Like,
There's that too, right? So
yeah, like as in. But then that's completely. At the same time, I'm not gonna be like mad. Like I understand why you honor troops, but then at the same time, it's like
But-
you're a superhero here, you're a villain there.
You're a
Like,
villain
and
there.
You have to
true.
accept that reality. Like,
yeah. So which means that not everyone here can celebrate that. And I think that's the reality with Australia Day. Yes, it's that, but not everyone is willing to celebrate that. Some people are. And if you are, that's fine. If you're not, that's also understandable. Because it's the same issue but different perspective on it, right? The same with yours as well. That what you saying there completely makes sense too.
I guess this might, like, I just don't see why it's hard for them to try and come to some sort of, middle. Let's
Okay.
meet in the middle with something,
yes, Australia's just trash at that. Like
Yeah.
for years now. Like obviously Sydney 2000, they tried the whole sorry thing, and it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know if it really worked or not. Like, I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, then from there, it's like, not that much. I
Nothing
don't know why
really
Australia is
happens, yeah.
significantly bad. Like New Zealand obviously had their issues with like the Maoris and stuff, and it's like, like as in issues that they caused with the Maori community.
Yeah.
But then it's like over time, like they're really part of the culture now. Like if you look at my New Zealand passport, it's like everything that's in English is in Maori as well,
Oh yeah.
right? And so it's like that in itself is
Yeah, that's
pretty
good.
massive, right?
Yeah.
It's like you see them, you walk around a shopping center, whatever. It's like you're never not gonna see the indigenous people of the land, but it's like here, it's like I could probably go next year without meeting someone that is indigenous, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
I guess you guys kind of touched on something I wanted to talk about or mention. Sorry. Far out now, just ran away, bro. You said like they're part of culture and stuff like that over in New Zealand, things like that. But it's like that's a culture that was created that they now had to learn how to assimilate into, right? Yeah.
Who?
That is kind of created.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there's the
yeah,
thing about.
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
what governments kind of fail to do is create culture with everyone that is going to be a part of that culture. Ultimately, they don't create it with them all in mind most times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that for someone that has their own traditions and things like that here, it's like I don't even really want to learn how to assimilate into your culture. I want to be able to respect what I have been doing
Yeah.
and what we've been about. You know what I mean? But what I wanted to say real quick is like, I guess like aside from everything that's going on, the biggest kind of like sorry that anyone can do or apology is like changed behavior, pretty much, right? So it's like looking at our society right now. You know, you mentioned in New Zealand you'll be able to actually bump into an indigenous
Maori.
Maori there. Whereas here, like you just said, like bro, you know, you rarely meet anyone that is actually true to this nation and things like that. So it's like, for them now looking, you know, at where we're at now in society, it's like, bro, I don't see any apology really. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what our problem is here. Like, I'm trying to really understand what's going on. Like, is there I'm just going to say these things out there. Is it like one party is trying and the other's like, no, I don't want it? Or is it like you're trying, but you're doing it in a backhanded way and it's not really helping us? You know, like
bro,
where does the issue fully lie?
Yeah.
Even
because it's
lot,
deep.
today,
for
I
some
get a
reason.
text message from Nick Wakeling, MP. I don't know who that is, bro. One of the MPs here. He's like, should we celebrate Australia Day on 26th of January? Have your say. And it's like, I saw it and I was like, bro, shut your mouth. Like, you only want to, you know, like, use this as fuel for whatever you're trying to push, not actually concerned with indigenous people. You know what I mean? It's like, that party doesn't want it right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We want it right now. You know, it would have been the other guy doing this thing if this guy was in power.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just gross. I don't like that side of politics. And so I do feel like what you're saying happens heaps, where it's like, it's weird. It's the whole thing is odd. It's just like people kind of jumping on it as like just another trend almost.
Yeah.
Like I said, kind of like leading up to every year. Like I expect that I'm
That's-
ready
yeah.
and waiting for what's about to go down. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's the sad part about it. It's like literally, you know, when it's about to hit, when those conversations are about to start. It's like a few weeks, a month leading up into Australia Day. And then they have their protests and everything. And then afterwards, it's just like everyone, you know, forgets about it as if it was never a conversation, which isn't how it should be, you know. I think I'd love to see something happen, you know, eventually. Because it's like they can't just keep protesting, and then nothing's happening at all. It's like, you know.
At the same time, like, no, I completely agree with you. There's nothing I disagree with. Well, all right, so is it like, all right, so because I keep seeing people on their stories, like if you were, you know, posting Black Lives Matter and I see you celebrating
Yeah.
26th of January as Australia Day, like you can't throw it. And I'm like, all right, like fair enough. Like,
Yeah.
I understand the logic there. But it's like, am I still allowed to have barbecue with my friends, just not celebrate Australia Day? Just
I saw someone say you can't.
like you can't.
They said if you throw barbecue or celebrate,
Throw
I see.
barbecue.
How?
can't do nothing.
Hey, best believe it's a public holiday. I'm spending it with my friends.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
saw
It's
this
public
thing on
But yes,
holiday.
public
saw this
holiday,
thing on
bro. I
LinkedIn.
got work,
Bro,
bro.
I'm not celebrating Australia Day. I'm celebrating a day off.
Let me
work.
try.
With my friends.
This
Hey,
guy
boys,
put it
free house.
really nice on, bro. This is how you know you're getting old. Man's talking about LinkedIn, bruv.
Wow.
Man, don't check no Facebook no more.
Let me find this.
LinkedIn is first.
I actually go on LinkedIn daily at least.
Nah,
popping,
LinkedIn's
bro.
actually nice, bro.
Bro, so I remember when I first got Facebook as a kid, my dad was saying like something, this is nonsense, just LinkedIn. And I was like, loser, old man. Me
And now you
all
want
the
it.
time now.
Nah,
Very good post, Scott Morrison.
popping, bro. But no, so this guy, like he was a CEO of a company. I forgot which company, man. But he was pretty much like there were, because a lot of companies are, you know, quite aware of what's going on now. You know, this year and around, everyone's aware. Like every company's trying to at least do something, right? So for this company in particular, the CEO said, you know, this year we've said, you know, if you didn't want to actually take the public holiday of January 26th, you can actually take the Monday after the Easter Monday or something like that instead, right? So you can take that day off instead. But let's be aware that, you know, those who do wish to take the public holiday, you know, this might be the one time they can catch up with friends and things like that and actually see people. So it's like,
Not a thing on their character.
it's still a public holiday that things aren't popping. So it's like for people, it's like, yo, I've been getting the business at work or whatever. It's like I'm trying
Time
to
to relax,
chill.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's it's interesting.
long.
But nah, man, I've been thinking for a bit, like, what can be done, man? Like, I want to see more of these conversations, I guess, but in a way that is progressive, because as opposed to hearing the same things year in, year out, I actually would love to be able to see how it's like, no, this actually can go somewhere with what I'm hearing people talk about now, as opposed to just if you have a barbecue with your friends, maybe
Yeah.
cancelled kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hey, man,
I think it's-
someone indigenous on me.
I think it's just a conversation. I think it's just a conversation,
What
bro.
happened with your hookup, bro? I thought
I'm messaging him right now.
wait, you never messaged him.
Get on the phone. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's just conversation between the two communities, man. You know what I mean? Just enter that community and saying, okay, cool. What do you really want? You know, let me understand you. Let me understand this. You know, because from that perspective, because yeah, you're right. You know, it might look like they're actually happening at the community. Like actually, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's going on and so on and so on. But from what I've seen is they give them money and all that kind of stuff, right? But then at the same time, well, is that what they want? Is that what they need? Right? Because in our minds, we think that if I can give you money, that solves the problem,
Solves the problems.
right? You know, but in someone else who didn't really grow up around, you know, money and all that stuff, they grew up more in a community based kind of thing. Well, who said money is going to answer their questions, right? So that's what I mean by two communities coming together and say, okay, cool. Well, if you don't want money, well, what do you want? And is it possible for us to give you what you want also? You know what I'm saying? So they could say, I want you to acknowledge this has happened. I want you to acknowledge us or whatever, right? It's like, okay, cool. That could be done. What else? You know? And just vice versa. Now you're at least having a proper conversation from both ends, and now you're understanding the reason why we're here. We don't know what they want. We don't know what we want. And someone just that tells us that we haven't had that conversation.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, so it's a conversation. I don't know why it's been this long. That conversation hasn't been had. Maybe the conversation has been had, but we're not really aware of. But maybe that the action, the plan hasn't been taken after that conversation, or maybe it's been had, or they tried to have it, but it failed. One said we want this, and the other said that's not possible, and it stopped all there. Yeah, we don't know. But it just comes down to understanding them and exactly what is it. You know, how they feel about it, what is it they want, and what can be done.
Something I was thinking, I think I said it to you, Mal. Is Australia too multicultural for its own good? Yeah, because we are very multicultural nation. But what that now does is there are so many different types of mouths to now feed in the country.
Yes.
It's like there's literally a plethora of issues that can come up.
Yeah.
Just because of the type of melting pot that we live in, right? For
sure.
So it's like, how do you effectively
Navigate
handle
around
and navigate all of these different types of individuals from different backgrounds and focus and give each one the right attention deserved, you know? Because it's like, yeah, on one front, there's the massive issue of how Indigenous Australians have been treated for the, you know, all the years, for the past, you know, whatever years. And then there's now the handling of influx of African immigrants into Australia. There was the same thing was going on with Italians and Greeks at a point in time, and the Asian community and things like that. So it's like, in this type of a place, how do you actually handle all of those different people? You know?
Yeah.
I think it's just,
You go.
Nah, I just thinking.
But wait, real quick, but I'm not saying that multiculturalism is a problem or a bad thing. But I'm like,
It's a
is it
difficult
now a
thing.
blessing and a curse at the same time?
Thing,
Yeah.
I think just one of those where you just treat everyone equal in the society.
Okay, I agree with you, yeah. But then do you think if you come to Australia or if you go to America or you go to England, do you think you should be fruitful to their values and not your own? Like
What do you mean?
if let's say the values here are work hard, take care of your neighbor, all that kind of stuff, and that's not the values where you're from, right? If you're gonna live here, shouldn't you follow those things?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like that should be a general thing, right? Because it's like it's also like that's also the hard thing of like, okay, if we're gonna accept everyone in,
Yeah.
right? Not that I think Australia does a great job with immigration. I don't think they do for the most part.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna accept people in, it's like this what you're saying where it's like there's so many variations of people that it's like, no, we actually need a standard. And if you're like if you come over to my house, if everyone comes over to my house for a party, like bro,
Can't change the rules for
yeah,
everyone.
like
Yeah.
we do things the way I
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
here. You know what I mean? Like if my parents say you don't yell in this house, nobody yells in this house. You know?
Yeah.
Agreed.
But I agree with that. I think people do that. They come here and they follow the rules here.
Yeah.
but they also follow their own rules as well.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the rules that they have doesn't conflict with the rules that's going on here, which is why you see different communities do things differently. But the way they do things doesn't conflict with the standard of that's there.
Yeah.
Which is you know what I mean?
I think it's cool. Like if you come here, you follow here's way of rules,
and then you also
but then you
follow
keep
your
your culture.
cultures.
That's like, for example, and I know it's something we joke about all the time. Like Sudanese people still do the dowry here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally fine if that's what they want to do, because it doesn't really conflict with
With the
living Australian. It's like you can still do
You
both,
still do
and
that,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But it's like if
Oh, you're my team, bro.
I am your team still. Oh, it's gonna make a joke. Never mind. But like, let's say I don't know, there's something where it's like, I don't know, you beat up your dog if it misbehaves in your culture, yeah, and then it's like you do that here. It's like that's not
That ain't no,
congruent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is that the word?
Yeah.
That's the word.
But that's the same
I
as
just
it's
wanted
like,
to
yeah. You say beat up your dog. You know, some parents be beating the kids, bro.
Thank-
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They
that's-
come
that
here and
is-
then they find out that they can't do it, and then now you got the kids snitch you at school. I'm telling of child services.
I think
Boy, happens.
Call them. You'll be dead.
I think it's definitely hard to try and say, you know, we have to cater to every single culture. We have to cater to everyone, because it's not possible. It's really not. And, you know, we can't be giving these people a hard time. But it's also like, that's why we need representatives from like each culture. You know, we need a Sudanese person up there. You know, we need an Aboriginal person up there. Like, we need people who can actually go and
Are
advocate
you allowed to
for
say
us.
Aboriginal, by the way, guys? I'm not sure.
I don't know what you're allowed or not allowed
Indigenous
to do. in
Australian?
life.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Just
I
what-
honestly,
what-
I don't know that.
Australians,
That's what you're
Aboriginal,
educated on, isn't it?
I'm not
But,
sure.
Yeah, even because I know there was a point in
The
time
intention
where,
is pure.
I know there was a point in time
Yes,
when everyone was
it
like,
is.
you should be saying First Nations people, and then apparently I found out that was actually offensive. It was also like, bro,
Nations.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
If I offend anyone, I'm
I
sorry.
was like, I don't know.
That reminds me of the
But-
It's
conversation
not
that
even
we
live
had.
First Nations people's long.
Too long to say.
It's a long
Yeah,
statement.
It's
I respect you, but FNP.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say what she's saying is like the conversation that we had the other day, talking about a seat at the table to represent your,
Yeah.
your, you know, your
You
people
need
or
it.
your culture. But then, you know, it becomes complicated when they try to stop some people from having a seat at the table. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's
You know
the
what I mean?
issue. That's why we don't have those representatives, and that's why there's all these issues within communities, because it's like my people aren't being heard. My people aren't being heard. We don't have a safe space for us to, you know, do what we need to, and that's because no one's advocating for us. It's like the person who's advocating for us doesn't even know anything about our community or how we do things. You know?
I agree with that on major issues. Like, for example, this whole thing with like Australia Day or Invasion Day, like that. As I'm kind of like, why do politicians not just hear it because it's so
Exactly.
loud and
Yeah.
start working, right? But then on like smaller topics that affect like your local community and stuff
Yeah.
like that, I think for the most part we just don't talk to our politicians, bro.
No,
Like we
really
honestly don't. Like, and sometimes they honestly might not know what's happening because these guys are accessible.
Yeah,
Like
they
you
are.
honestly
Yeah,
can
you
just
can
pull
go.
up
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, I don't like the way you're doing this. Like, why?
Yeah,
Or
my friend
why
was
is-
telling me she sat down with her local mayor or whatever, and she had a conversation. Like she gave it to him,
Bro,
you know,
I shook
about some
hands with the
stuff.
guy that I was voting for.
Oh, well,
And
there you go.
he was like, "Oh, you gonna vote?" Like, do you want to vote? And I was like, "I'm already voting. Don't worry about it, man." And he was like, "Oh, thank you." Shake hands, all this stuff. And I was like, "Oh, so this is where your office is, man."
Yeah,
Pull up if these
If I don't like the way this election goes,
Pulling up to yours.
yeah.
but yeah, no, definitely should get in contact if you know something's not right. Just speak. You lose nothing. At the end of the day, they're there to please us. They're there to, you know, make things like work for us and for everyone living within. So
My dad was trying like his hardest to get my uncle at my sister's wedding, and so he emailed the local whatever his face is. MP, that's the one. And bro, the guy hit him back with like some crazy like automated message like I'm out at the moment, like get my secretary to handle.
Oh, no.
Bro, the guy lost his mind. This is what I'm paying my tax dollars for.
which is fair.
You gonna send a
Yeah.
heartfelt message and get, yeah, man, I'm out of the office at the moment. I'm hurt.
Yeah. And then they acted dumb and they're like, he can't make it. And I was like, anyway, what were you saying? Someone was saying something.
I think this
You were
guy was-
laughing. You were giggling.
Oh, bro, I was just laughing at politics in general, bro.
You think indigenous people are funny?
Shut up,
Oh.
bro. This man trying to get me in
That's
trouble.
Don't get us
This guy's
cancelled.
trying to get me in trouble.
racist.
Andrew Schultz, bro, was moving mad at his stand up here. Man. But yeah, nah, he was moving mad, eh?
I forgot about that.
But no, I just realized, like, bro, like politicians can really tell them, say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, yeah.
And they're not.
They get man, them will achieve 1.5 out of 10 of the things,
Bro.
and then they dip out. That's their
Yeah.
term.
No, this is crazy. Again, I was in the. Thank you. Andrew Schultz was talking about this the other day on his podcast, and I was like, "Wow, this is so true, bro. These guys can do nothing,
Yeah.
mess up everything, and then they decide I deserve a pay rise. And they give it to themselves.
Oh my god.
It's so true.
For doing what?
Only two jobs where you can mess up everything, always be wrong, and still be employed: politician, weatherman,
Weatherman.
or weather person. I don't know what you want to say.
Wow, the guy said,
That's facts.
Bro, those guys are never right.
Yo,
It's beautiful sunny day. Everyone picnic. We're ready.
And then it rains.
Rain on their heads.
Maybe just Australia.
Hailstorm. Ah.
Oh man.
But isn't
Whoops,
that-
we misread it.
bro, massive misread. Isn't that a madness?
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
it is.
Like that's literally that's the democracy we live in, yeah. Because that's what we try to advocate for: the opportunity
You
to choose.
spat out that word.
Yeah.
Because that's what we try to live, yeah. That's what we want. We want to feel like we have a say in
say,
what
yeah,
goes on in
things
our
like
country
that,
and things
yeah.
like that. And we think we do. They
But we
get in,
really
and then man,
don't.
the people that we voted for that said that,
Yeah.
what they were saying they're gonna do is like, bro, I agree with, I align with that. And
Yes.
they get there and do none of it.
Okay. What would you prefer? Yeah, because
Like, what is that? You can't go scot free, bro.
terrible.
Hey, big man, you in the office for 80 years. Walk on.
the guy sits on the desk. Hey, secretary, remind me what we got in here for. What do we say? Nah, can't do that one.
That's what I'm saying,
All right,
man.
what would you prefer? Yeah, democracy where like you believe that your vote counts, right? It might not,
Okay.
but you believe it does, or like just straight up like like Iraq. Yeah, like we've got a democracy, and when people vote. But it doesn't matter what you vote.
Doesn't matter what
and
you
they
want.
know, like, it doesn't matter what you vote for either, yeah? So it's like, what would you prefer? Just to know that, like, hey, my opinion just does not matter? Or like, you know, I might be making a change. Like, even if it's just
Like,
feeling good in my head.
I
Like,
mean, what do people say? They're like, what's better, the enemy that you know or the enemy that you, or whatever it is, but that you're not too sure or whatever, that you don't know exists? It's like the one you know is coming.
yeah.
You can prepare yourself a little bit
Yeah,
better, innit?
that is true.
So it's like, imagine thinking,
big man, just tell me something happen.
I'm good. Because now you can pattern up. You know what you're about to do for the next 4 years, bruv.
I'm not-
Or
yeah.
15,
That is
depending on what country you're living in, because men them don't leave. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yo,
Putin?
Bro.
It's so funny. They don't love him. Bro, they're forced it. Every year they have an election. They're like, wow, he won by 98%.
far out, man.
Shut up. No, you didn't. You just threatened people with guns.
Okay, so this is something I've always thought, yeah. Like,
what a leader.
either you're getting a mad compensation as like an army general or whatever, yeah, or whoever, the other people that are higher up in the government, yeah. You're either getting just mad looked after, hella compensation or whatever, because this individual that is still in power, that's doing a madness, is only there because everyone is feared. Like everyone fears the backup that they have. They don't fear that person. They fear what they can tell, what that person can make other people do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I want to get into this.
Yeah, like that they can, you know what I mean? Like someone like Putin or whatever, or let's even go Robert Mugabe, yeah? In Zimbabwe, right? It's like him alone as an individual cannot do anything, right? But the people that are loyal to this person
that
that
machine?
are also
Yeah.
in power, exactly. The ratata, bro. You know, the people that he has that they have to be evil as well, clearly, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Okay. So this is what I want to say. Would you sell out your people for a certain price?
bro, you like why?
Okay, I agree. Now, what if I come up to you and I'm like, so let's say I'm top politician and I'm like, Daniel, you need you to enforce this. What? Well, you know, line up your pockets, extra 3 million a year. Yeah.
Oh.
Oof.
And you're like, no, I don't want to do that. I believe in the people. And I'm like, cool. Now you know that information that I was trying to bribe you. If you don't take it, we'll kill you.
You have to do it.
So now you have to do it. It's not an option.
You're actually gonna die.
That's actually not an option. Because now it's like, oh, well, I don't want to die,
Yeah.
so I'll take the 3 million. And I got to enforce this now. That's how these guys move. It's not. I don't.
But I got security as well. Like if I'm big time.
But
So this is what I'm
Yeah, I mean,
my dog bites a little harder.
this is what this kind of highlights. Then it's
that was
there's
like a little battle. You know what I mean?
this is what it shows. Though there's
It
a
is.
different
Sorry, and
machine,
that's why
bro.
you see all the powers in those countries. It gets massive, and then someone comes and takes it down, and
Yeah.
they grow next, and then the next person.
Yeah.
Endless cycle.
Yeah. You gonna say?
bro, I'm just shook and kind of mad, bro. Like,
It is
Yeah,
mad.
it
It's
is-
like-
it is bad.
It's everything.
terrible.
I messaged this once. Everything is gangs. Everything is
Yeah,
gangs.
jump into
like
that.
You gotta roll.
politicians.
That was nice, yeah,
Because I was thinking
that was
like politics, and it's just like, bro, this is just gangs. Like in America right now, half the country's throwing blue, half the country's throwing red.
Yeah.
Right? And don't do that. We don't belong in this conversation.
we kind of
Oh yeah.
We almost
Mo
have
and I
the-
claimed already.
It's kind of looking like we know what side we on, huh?
You know, but it's like these guys are literally like, because you hear stories where it's like, it's like, this is a Republican family. Like we vote Republican. My daughters will marry Republican men.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
as in, like, it's literally how I assume a blood or a crip would move. Right? Where it's like, no, this is a family of bloods. Oh, that child wants to become a crip. That's it. We're not talking to him anymore. Like, that is mental.
That's
but it's
insane.
like, gangs are in everything.
Bro, what does that boil down to?
Gotta roll it as a gang, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Gotta go out as a
you
gang,
wanna
bro.
say something interesting.
Be with your people, man. Don't walk out there alone.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, yeah, why are we always like? Because you can bring it down to let's say like an Indian father not wanting his daughter to marry anyone that's not from the same culture, or just cultures in general, bro. I mean, an Asian father just doesn't want his son to step out of the
Culture.
their people, whatever, right? It's like even bringing it down to that, like, or even date. Let me go date, bro. You know, even bringing it down to that lower level, and then you have the higher level of political parties. It's like, why do we have this thing in us so much that it's like we're afraid of
Yeah.
change or mixing,
Difference.
integrating difference? It's like,
But do you not get it though? Like, especially with that
Yeah,
one,
but
in
I-
relationships, I kind of get it. Like,
I
the
do get
older
it,
I
yeah.
get, the
Yeah.
more I get it. Especially from
Nah.
parent
From a
perspective.
parent
It's like,
perspective.
bro, okay, like for example, my parents they speak pretty good English, right? Like even my dad, like he thinks in English, so it's like this isn't a thing for him. But it's like other people in their friendship group, it's like you guys don't really speak the language English, right?
Yeah.
So now if your kid dates an Asian who the parents don't speak English, right? And so you speak Arabic, the parents speak, I don't know, Hokkien or whatever. Yeah.
is that the language? The noodles. I didn't know that was a language, bro.
It's a people group, bro.
Oh no way! Far out, man. The more you know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Stands up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
you
like
don't
you're like,
speak.
bro, I'm not gonna be able to understand these people at all, especially and then if you're from a culture where it really matters, the in-laws having a relationship and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can see why parents are like, I prefer if you date within the culture. Now,
Oh,
prefer
yeah.
is one thing, and now
Yeah.
when it becomes
Yeah.
a real issue, it's a bit like, mom, dad, enough. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. You know, that's actually a good point. Like, yeah, and I think that's why it's important to be able to marry within your culture as well. Just so that, again, depending on who you are, if you want to take him back home and this kid is just speaking in English, big man. Like if the kid is half white, it doesn't matter, right? It's whatever, you know. At the end of the day, yeah, you marry who you want to marry and so on and so on. But then now you gotta be prepared for that. And what's crazy is I've already been seeing that these days. You know, I've seen like, you know, people a little bit older than me, they got kids,
Yeah.
right? And the kids are what, like 5, some of them 5, 6, whatever, you know, growing, but zero English. I mean, not English, zero zero Arabic, like
Yeah.
legit, like they just talk in English the whole time.
Yeah,
You
what
say
flavor,
some,
bro.
yeah, you say something in Arabic, they won't understand, and that's just the reality of it, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, bro, yes, you can probably talk to your mom and your dad because you're obviously young,
your
they understand both. But then your grandparents, bro, and
tell
they're
me
not
your
even that,
niece doesn't
and they're not
speak
even, huh?
tell me your niece speaks Arabic, please.
Like a little bit, but this is where it gets so like not complicated, but whatever, yeah. Because obviously, like her other side of the family, they speak the different language.
Yeah, different tribe.
When I say different language, I don't mean English, by the way, you know. But anyways, yeah. So one time I went to pick her up, and then I was like, "Did you say about to grandma?" And then she's like, "No, that's not grandma." And then she said grandma in that language. Yeah, and I was just in my head, I was like, "What?"
What do you say?
So no, that's
didn't
not grandma. That's
understand.
stupid. Yeah, that's whatever. And I was like,
What are you saying, bro?
Yeah.
"What they feed you?" But but then I let on
That's why
found,
parents didn't want us to mix.
then later on I found out that that's grandma.
Yeah,
right. And things like there is words that she was saying Arabic as well. Like she doesn't say milk. She never said milk. I want milk. She always says I want Leban, right? So Leban is obviously milk in Arabic, right? And then I was like, okay, that's dope. But then I'm thinking like a childcare.
Yeah.
What do you say? What do you call it?
Because at this point, I'll convince she doesn't know.
That this is called milk.
That's so
Like,
funny.
like,
Yeah.
Because one time I said milk, and then she gave me the confusion. She looked at me confused, and I said Leban. She's like, yeah. And I was like, I was like, yo, I actually don't know what I want.
Hey, but look, I'm like with teaching my kids my language. Like, so for me, it's Arabic. Because it's like they're going to pick up English anyway.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
And they'll
thing.
pick it up
School and
quick.
everything, yeah.
They're not
Bro.
school, man.
Unreal. Kids pick up stuff so quick. Like, we got a family friend in the Netherlands. They moved there as like refugees, yeah? And their son must have been like 8 at the time or something, and only spoke Arabic when they moved there. He went outside to play football with the kids every single day. Within 2 weeks, he's speaking Dutch.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
His
yeah,
dad
they
was
told
like,
us
I
that.
can't
Yeah.
believe this kid, bro.
Bro, how
Wow.
crazy is
Yeah.
that?
And so it's like English is gonna be fine. They're
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
fine. They're
But
gonna
then
go
it's
to
like
school, man.
they don't know how to speak Arabic, bro.
It'll be interesting for us because we both speak a second language, but we don't know each other's language.
Yeah,
we
learn
only
it.
know English.
Well, you know, what do you mean? You don't know your language.
You know
No,
more
I know
Arabic
mine,
than
but I
she
don't know
knows.
his.
Bro, they gotta
And he
be
doesn't
his
know
language. You
mine.
know this, man.
But I
But like,
can
if you,
speak it, but I
if you were to
understand
teach him, I wouldn't
perfectly.
know what
So,
he's saying.
Yeah.
So you'd have to teach us both.
Can you teach your kids Arabic though?
Yeah, I can.
Well, so you're-
I'm taking my
But
kids
then
to
it's
Arabic
like
school,
it's
bro.
not like we'd be speaking it at home, so that's the problem. So I'd have to actually go out of my way and teach them rather than them just pick it up while
Yeah.
we're speaking. You know?
But just know that if you see her having talking in Arabic,
It's about
to,
you.
to the kid. Nah, bro, they're planning to leave, bro.
you see, Papa? أنا بليت بقى.
that is over there. Phone call to me, hey, what they say? And I'll pick it out words. Hey, yo, we're leaving. 12 a.m. No.
in
I
the
translate,
car
bro.
now.
I got you, bro. I got you.
I think it's cool, like when kids are from parents from different countries, and it's like they refer to the grandparents as like different set
Yeah.
of things, you know?
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
So speaking of first experience,
Say first experience.
yeah.
Segue,
Nah,
segue.
it's a segue.
Segue.
It's a segue. But no, I was thinking the other
Real
day.
quick. Just because it's still hanging in the air.
Yeah.
If anyone does have any educational resources that they can send through
Oh,
to
please.
myself or anyone else on the podcast, I would actually really appreciate
Yeah,
that. 'cause
that'd
I'm
be
trying
great.
to see what I want.
We're trying to learn.
Sure.
So anything in terms of how we can help in this nation and steps forward, that'd be awesome. And who we can actually reach out to also get onto the podcast to educate us and y'all as well. That'd be dope.
If we actually cared, we'd learn how to speak the language as well. How about that? How about that?
One day.
How about that?
One day.
Again?
Alright. First time, huh?
Spicy
Yeah, first time.
comments.
No, I was thinking, yeah,
Second.
like how often a first time experience might ruin just everything for you, right? and legit happened to me like a few days ago, like yesterday, a few days ago, like have you guys ever tried something and then you're like, nah, I'm done, never trying this thing again, or whatever? But
Can
at
I
the
put
same
it out
time,
there?
but at the
Can I
same time,
say the name?
Nah, you can't ruin that
Oh.
brand, bro.
but at the same time, like I don't know, the chef could have had a bad day, didn't cook a like there's so many different things
Yeah.
that could have. Perfect example. So I don't smoke shisha, yeah, but like a lot of my friends smoke shisha, right? And then one time, like I don't know, probably like 5 years ago, they're like, yeah, let's hang out, you know. Heaps of us went to shisha. They're like, I'll try it. I'm like, bro, I don't know, man. Try it. I was like, well, fine, it's whatever, you know, not bad, cool.
Cousin, hey, hold on, let me suck that thing.
Oh my.
Whoa, what? Whoa.
I bet you didn't even have your own
Spicy
mouthpiece either, huh?
Oh, man.
No, you should.
This
tell
was
me you
before
changed the little
COVID.
tip, please.
Before COVID,
That's
don't
5
worry.
years ago. But yes, anyways.
Oh, me. Alright, keep going, sorry.
Oh, man.
But anyways, I tried it, yeah. And like, yeah, I went home. I had a headache.
That's an headache.
Nah, trust. I had a headache. I even vomited, yeah. So I was like, first time, last time.
Done.
Right? And then, yeah, so every time I kill my friend, is like, oh, you want to smoke shisha? I'm like, nah, bro. You know I'm not smoking shisha.
Yeah.
And then, so it turns out that flavor was like just a trash flavor, a super strong flavor, right? But I was like, I don't care. It's like that experience just ruined it for me,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also like with shisha, for example, or even for some people it's alcohol. It's like, you know that this isn't actually good for you anyway. So it's like, now that I know I don't like it, it's like, yeah, good.
You
I
don't
don't
need
like
it,
something
yeah.
that's not good for me. I don't even need
Yeah,
it.
For
I mean, there's that, but I just want to focus on what he did
The
to
actual-
me,
yeah.
right? And now it's like, well, that first experience just ruined it for me, basically.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And there's so many other things as well, where first experience just like,
Even your first
Ruins
encounter with certain people.
oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, for sure.
How crazy that it shapes your whole
That
perspective
shapes your-
on them.
Wow.
And then you kick it with them for an extensive period or something where they're like,
Actually, not bad.
yeah, actually not bad.
bro. Because I see,
I don't like you
I went to the club like ages ago. I see someone do the madness of the club, getting lit, can't even walk straight. The next day, they're all dressed nice. I ran into them. Hey, what you been up to, man? Today, like obviously, like that was like it was Saturday, and then I ran into them on a Monday, and then they're looking sharp, whatever. I don't know, cause where you going? I just finished up a meeting. Yeah. In my head, I was like, bro, you're getting lit.
Meeting, you're hungover.
But no, like it's weird because you're right. Because for me, that was like my first encounter with them. Like even when I spoke to them for the first time, it was at that setting. And then after they fast forward, I see you in a complete different setting. But you also can't help the fact that this is how I saw you
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
right? And this is how you spoke to me the first time we spoke.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, cool. Now that could have been a first time thing for them as well. You know, that night,
Yeah, for
right?
And what if
For
for them,
sure.
like, oh, that was terrible. I'm never getting drunk again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, right? So then now it's like, okay, cool. Now I had to like shape my, how I look at them.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, okay, maybe that's not really you. You know what I mean? Maybe
It's not
this
you,
is
yeah.
you. You know. So
where that
I don't
comes
know.
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
Well, I think that actually comes from is because our brain kind of plays this game of like association.
Yeah.
So it's like even when you see kids or babies as they grow up, the way that they learn things is just by associating this to this,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
to that. When when my mom is when I cry, I'm about to get some milk, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Or when this certain song is on or whatever, mommy's gonna be playing with me, or that kind of whatever that, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
we learn to associate things, and that's kind of when as we grow older as well, we don't even really process things as
Bro, that was me in church as a kid.
what?
Like I was like 7, 8, and my dad would be like, "Do you want to pray at the end of the service?"
Yeah.
Like in front of everyone. I'm like, "Yeah," because everyone's gonna be like, "So nice."
Oh yeah, you just know that they're gonna say,
Dear Lord.
yeah. But I legit, like that's what our brain is. We don't actually think things through. Like we don't have to think. Like right now, my brain so quickly told me that we're recording right now just because I can see the peaks and the things moving. Like we've learned how to match things together and things
Yeah.
like that. So it's like when we see someone or meet someone or something like that, instantly we go through all the different catalogs of what we've learned over
What it
so
could
many
be,
years of
what
life,
that, yeah.
and we instantly put
Yeah.
a label on what,
Yeah.
what we're experiencing right now, what we're seeing. And it's like to now have to actually figure out what that really is, it actually takes unlearning. It's like that is
sure.
effort.
You have to
Yeah.
Whereas
step
our
away.
brain doesn't really want to be utilizing effort
Yeah.
so much. You know?
But this is the way it's weird because sometimes you being able to do that, it's a good thing.
100%. Yeah, no, it is a good thing, but it's effort to do that.
Oh no, sorry, not that. I'm talking about you saying, okay, that's what you did. So
Oh,
this
yeah,
could be
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Unlearning is tough.
Yeah, yeah. I
Is
learned
that what you're
tough.
saying? No.
No,
It's kind of, you're
no,
trying to
no,
say,
no.
like, even sometimes the association is
My bad.
helpful. That it's
I'm
that
saying
quick.
that's what I'm saying.
it's ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes like, oh, you did that, so that means that this, and then you want to hang out with me, but I don't hang out with somebody that does this.
Yeah.
For example, right?
Yeah,
It's like you
So-
know nothing except for that one
Yeah.
experience at this
So
point.
you're doing all that based on that, but that's what I'm saying. But
So-
maybe that could be okay because maybe
Yeah.
you're right in that instance as well.
So then, is it an issue when we engrave in people's mind that first impressions really matters? Because if we're saying
does. It
does, though.
if we're saying that sometimes first impression isn't the actual impression of the person, so like why are we saying that? Oh, your first impression is super important. If it's like sometimes someone's having an off day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
There
Or
is
is it
that,
just
but-
like just always make sure your first impression is the best
Well,
one?
it's the
just
reality
because
that-
you never know if you're gonna come in contact with that person again.
Yeah, it's the reality that that person might not be mature enough to think all of that. That their only impression of me is this.
Is what they see now.
I mean, there's that, but that's what in interviews they always say first impression matters, right? So if I enter an interview, looking a certain way or panicking and so on, but they end up being calm, in the middle of the interview, that's still not going to change your first impression of me, right? Me, this person running around, looking nervous, doing all that stuff. But then even though now I'm looking a bit more confident, I'm answering the questions and so on, you're like, oh yeah, this person, you're a confident person. But they weren't confident at first though,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the handshake, this, that, everything. That again,
I hate the interview hand.
yeah, but that's why they say first.
You gotta grab them towards you.
Yeah. But I understand now why they say like first impression matters in an interview. The way you walk in, the way you introduce yourself, the way you shake the hand, the way you just do everything is like, okay, cool. I know that this person is going to be like a confident person based on the way they did this, did that, did this, right? There's no way. I mean, no way, but it's rare that you're gonna get the job if you walk in and your first impression
Looking
and the first
sloppy and
impression,
everything.
is you're not looking too good.
I'm not even gonna lie. I write people off when I go to shake their hand and they just place their hand in mine.
The dead fish.
Yeah. Oh,
do you mean?
bro. Like shake my hand.
Wait, why people do that?
No, but there's some people that literally just put it there.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah,
I feel that in my
It's
hand.
just, it's not nice, bro.
Disgusting.
Then it feels like you're shaking someone's dead arm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fair
Now it
enough.
is weird because you have the first impression, but also maybe my first impression of you is not the real you as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So that's where it becomes tough because you're right in terms of what is not their day and what no was saying. What if they only this is the first time they're doing this as well, and maybe the last time as well. So how do we? How do we give ourselves enough time to be like, okay, cool, this person is like this as well.
That's what I was saying. It comes down to what your mind is willing to be like, I bet this is worth the effort.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like the whole association thing. It just saves you time and effort. That's all it really
It
is.
does.
yeah.
You know what you like and you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you guys have anything that you've like over time changed your impression of? Like,
Bro, salad. That stuff slaps, bro.
okay, I agree. Absolutely.
Yo, I
Mine's
used to
it's
hate
crazy
that.
because mine's also food.
Yeah, too fat ass or something. Bro,
For me, maybe people.
It's happened with people, like with individual people.
Yeah, individuals, where
Yeah.
it's like the first impression was like this, but then over time I'm like, that's not you, bro.
Yeah.
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 Different.
I think I had that just recently as well on the podcast.
Driving?
I kind of,
this is crazy.
I said so. I jumped the gun.
shut up.
No. I'm just saying. I jumped
chance to
the gun.
apologize.
You know what I mean? Yes, I'm apologizing because I can. I'm
Should we
apologizing.
leave the room and just let her
But
have the
anyways, no.
camera alone or what?
No, it's not even like that. Like it is what it is. It's out there. I put it out there.
All three
and it
angles, it's
wasn't
yours.
like no ill intention because. I
were
continually
telling a
said,
story.
I continually said, I admire the
Right.
person.
Oh,
Anyways, can you just let me get? All right, no. I'm digging a hole. I'm digging a hole.
We literally have video footage.
I'm digging my own hole. Anyways, no. So like, what happened was
I
right.
think you meant I'm
I
digging
had
a
the
grave.
conversation.
I think you meant I'm digging my own grave, not I'm digging my own hole. That
Oh, no,
sounds
there's two,
crazy.
bro. Oh,
There's two. You can say both. I'm digging my own hole.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Continue.
But yeah, anyway, so this person, like, I said in the previous episode,
Oh, I should really
no, like we had a
explicitly saying,
conversation.
wow.
We had a conversation online, and based off that conversation, I had my own, perspective on the person all of a sudden, and keep in mind, I didn't know this person. I only saw what they did and who they were through social media. That's why I hate social media sometimes. But anyways, I knew this person through social media, and then after that encounter, I was like, oh, yep, this person is da da
Imagine
da
being a
da da
horrible
da da.
person.
You
How do
know.
you feel being a
You know what's
horrible-
crazy?
Listen, and then
What's
I
crazy is
ended
that
up.
you're apologizing right now on the podcast, and they're not even gonna listen because they don't listen anymore. They're like, they don't like me back.
No, but anyways, so I met the person, and this person is so cool. Like they're actually so cool, and they're complete opposite of what I thought, what you guys
Imagine
thought.
brown
Okay,
nose.
this wasn't
What
just
do you mean? What I thought?
what
Wait,
you
what?
guys,
I know
what
I didn't
you
know what you're
guys
about.
said.
Imagine trying
Yeah.
to bring people into
Wait,
your ring,
I
bro.
never said anything.
What you guys said.
I
what
was just
we
trying to
all
give advice
said.
in terms of how you can go
But
on a
anyway-
match.
It's just changed my whole perspective of moral.
But anyways, like it can be damaging as well. Just like in terms of you meet them or you have a first impression of someone, and then all of a sudden like you have this thought and it's really bad, and then you put that out into the atmosphere,
Into the
and now it
universe.
changes how you interact with them. So I think it's definitely just keep in mind always that might not be that person's greatest day, and that's
Say I'm
definitely
sorry.
what I'm
I
gonna.
think, I think the
It's only
tricky.
right. Just do it.
Huh?
Yeah, just do it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That wasn't very.
Hey, so yeah, my thing
I
is
do
sun-dried tomatoes.
Chunky pizza,
slap,
man.
Legit. So I had it
on a
once.
little on a
years
cheeky
ago.
capricosa
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah.
Come on, bro.
And I was like, disgust.
Disgusting.
It was like, literally, I was like, and I'm not like that with any food.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Damn, fella.
Right?
I just love everything.
And then because I love like pickles, olives, like that kind of that vibe. Like,
Okay,
that's my
The
thing.
pungent
I love
flavors.
that stuff. Yeah, and then I was
okay.
like, ew, sun-dried tomatoes, bro. That is just Satan's butt. Right? And then I was like, I refused to eat it for years. I was like, no, it's not nice. And then the other day, I don't know why, I had on something. I was like,
it's
slaps.
good.
Man, yeah, bro. Get it in
I
ya.
was like, is there more on the plate?
Get it in ya.
Nobody wants this? Good.
So it was only because you had it on that one thing.
Yeah, maybe I had like an old one or something. I don't know, but it wasn't good.
That's what
Now
I
it's
mean.
good.
I'm like that with olives. I like olives now.
Oh, it's the best food
Yeah.
in the world.
And mushrooms.
Even mushrooms,
Yeah.
bro. I
Mushrooms
changed your life,
amazing.
bro.
Nah, my shit's
Dude,
nice, bro.
it's
Fam,
good,
this
it's
is
good.
now the question: how much are we missing out on just because
we
of
stupid.
that? Yeah, because of our assumptions.
This
of things.
is why I hate picky eaters, bro.
I'm
like
not picky. I just know what I like and what I don't like.
But you don't know what
is,
you
But I'm
that,
happy
is
to
what,
try.
that is what picky people
No.
say.
I'm
just
happy
know
to
what I like,
try.
I don't.
No. I'm happy to try
No, you're
things.
not.
But if I don't
That's
like
okay,
it,
then.
then I don't like it. Isn't
That's
that okay?
picky.
No,
Yeah,
you're just chunky
I
if you
mean,
like
but this is
everything.
what I'm thinking
You're actually
here. I'm like,
chunky
bro,
if you
like-
everything.
Can't you force yourself to just eat it?
No, you can't.
You're the type of
You
person.
can't.
All you can,
Yeah.
all you can eat. Yeah, you're only eating the food that you know.
No, that's not true. I'm
Yes,
happy
it
to
is.
try, but listen, there's a difference between not
Happy to
trying
try
anything
is not
at
the
all.
same as eager to try. Happy to try is not the same as eager to try. Happy to try is like reluctantly if
It looks good.
someone was to offer me
Eager
something, like, fine.
is just something else.
Nah,
That's
eager
just,
to try
that's
is like
too much.
I am cultured and I love to experience new things.
No, you're just being chunky. Eager. I'm eager to try this.
There's
like,
only
no.
so many ways you can call me fat.
Listen.
This says to me all the time, bro.
No.
I'm in a
So
toxic
I'm willing.
relationship, bro.
Let's just say
Thighs
oyster.
are in a toxic relationship.
Let's just say oyster, right? I'm
Thighs.
not a person to be like, no, like I'm not gonna try it at all. I'm gonna try it, and if I don't like it, then I'm not gonna eat it next time. And that's not being picky. It's
you like
just that
oyster?
I know. Yeah, I had it once and I actually
Wait,
ate.
do you
Like,
actually?
like I eat it if it's
Bro,
there.
you've
like
like
it.
literally eaten.
I'm not gonna go
like
out of my way to
one
have
time.
it, but
fair
if it's
enough.
there, I'm gonna have it. You know what I
Fair
mean?
enough,
So you
yeah.
can't say I'm
Imagine
picky
capping, bro.
because I do eat it.
I'm
like
actually
it
not
a
even
lot.
mad at you because I love
Yeah.
oyster and stuff, but I can understand why that's pretty acquired
It's a
taste.
very.
Yeah.
I hate.
This is the thing with me when it comes to food and that.
Oysters
yeah.
just seep on
Bro,
me.
like let's. At the end of the day, yeah, I know at the end of the day, if it comes down to, I can eat anything. Like if this is what I've got, I can mind over matter.
Yeah.
you know, is that it, bro? Yeah, yeah. Mind over the brain, like yeah.
Yeah.
I can force myself to be like, this is calm. But you know how those people.
I don't know what he's saying.
You know those people. Shut up. You know those people. Yeah, that's
I will
like,
die.
yeah, like they actually just they physically cannot. Like me, I hate watercress. Yeah, the vegetable.
The like water chestnut kind of thing. Yeah,
I think that's what it must be. I hate it with passion.
Yeah.
But I will eat it if it's. I will,
Wait,
like,
why do
if
you
I-
hate it, bro?
if-
It has no flavor.
Yeah, and
It's just the underwater
that's-
mushroom.
Yeah, that's no, but it's
Yeah.
crunchy. It's just, that one, bro.
Yeah.
The crunchy. Yeah, but it's like it's not gonna make me. Yeah, like I just don't like it. If I have the choice not to, I won't. But I'm calm at the end of the day.
Nah.
But there's
You
people
do that
that's
with
like,
baby corn. Don't even.
I hate that too. Now, baby corn.
You
What,
don't
wait,
eat
what's
it.
your
Nah,
beef
you don't
with
eat baby
don't
corn at
eat
all,
it.
bro. What are you
So,
saying?
yeah, but I can.
But do you like
but
corn?
You don't. You choose
I
not
don't
to.
really like
Like adult
either.
corn? You like adult corn?
Adult corn.
Now, what do you mean? You leave
Bro.
your corn on the side of the plate, big man.
You know what shook
What do
me?
you mean?
I think you told me the baby corn is just adult corn before it's an adult, huh?
I assumed. I don't know.
Either
Either I read something that week and I've forgotten it now, or I made it up. But also that would make sense, yeah. Like
It would make
you just
sense.
pick it early.
I said baby apple, baby tomato.
Yeah,
Broccoli.
The same thing.
Wait, I'm actually gonna Google this right now.
Oh man, but no, even
Nah,
with those,
but-
I don't like it,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like I can eat it.
Nah, you know what's the worst though? Yeah, let's say you go out somewhere and then food everywhere. So you have like 5 different foods on your plate, and then the last one is not very tasty.
Yeah,
But you don't throw it away.
You
So,
eat it.
so
Yeah.
you're forcing yourself.
You can still eat it. Like it's like at the end of the day, it just tastes bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's actually that's what it is.
Yep.
Baby
Just
corn is
baby.
just yeah.
It's a cereal grain taken from corn, harvested early, while the stalks are still small and immature.
So you tell me you don't like corn?
Nah, not the greatest fan.
Well, corn is nice, bro. What about like Nando's corn,
Yeah,
grilled and all that?
grilled.
Nah, I would never order that.
That
Wait,
was
what?
good.
Yeah, I also would not order that at Nando's. What are you doing? It's chips,
It is nice though.
chips and chicken.
Chips and
What
chips.
else?
What do you mean, corn, bruv?
Okay.
I wanted to hear your something nothing for
Ah,
this week.
so you guys want to talk about
This guy just spat on me, bro. Anyway,
Yeah.
who sits at the front? Well, actually, what about this? Yeah.
Give us a
Actually, this is
scenario.
a good one. This is a good one. Yeah. So let's just say you, your partner, and your friend. Yeah.
Your partner and your friend.
Yeah. Let's just say you guys. Oh, okay. Actually, us three. Okay. By the way, if you're listening here, Daniel and Mao picked me up, right, and then we came here to Noah's house to record. Yeah. But let's just say that I was at Daniel's house, and then I would walk into the car, and I go to the front seat. Something or nothing.
Nothing, only because you're his friend, and it's happened before.
Wait, with
Wait,
me?
no. I think he picked me up. You were in the car.
Nah, that's
or,
different.
Or
No.
Jeremy.
No.
I can't
If you're
imagine
already-
happening.
if you're already
I can't
in the
imagine
car,
it happening
that's
with Carlos.
different.
Carlos is kind of the guy that's like, I'm gonna move to the back.
Yeah, but the thing is, even with me, it's like if we're walking together to the
Okay,
car,
together,
like,
that's
but
different.
what I'm saying, if we're walking to, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
obviously, if
If
I'm
you're
already in the
already
car,
there,
then
that's
it's
different.
drag to try to, if you try to come to the front and say, boy, don't come at me. I'm comfortable,
Yeah, yeah.
But
If you're
if I'm
walking.
talking, if we're walking to the car,
Yeah.
and my mind was like front seat,
Shotgun.
yeah, basically, yeah, something or nothing.
And let's even chuck in. I guess we can go into it afterwards, but I want to hear the parent one as well.
I don't like it. I feel like there's a
there's a
set
code?
order. Yeah, like
So are you as the mandem? Are you gonna be like, yo, big man, like my guy should be sitting in the front? Like, what's your?
nah. See, I would never.
Oh, are
bring
you
it
calm?
up.
Or will you like?
I'm never gonna bring it up and be like, hey man, do you mind moving to the back so my
Yeah.
car can sit
Not
in
like
front?
that, but like
In my
before.
head, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I'd be like, yeah,
Oh, so there's something for you then.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're mad at your
I'm
friend.
not mad. I'm not
It's not
mad.
bad.
At anyone.
You're
It just crosses
irritated.
your
I'm
mind.
just saying, oh, we don't have the same code.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, oh, I thought that was a given. That's how I think.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely an unwritten code in the walking situation. But if I've picked up Carlos first, it's just whoever
Yeah,
is in the
whoever
car
you
first.
pick up first.
Friend
is
and
different.
girl is very
That's
different.
different.
I think it more when it comes to what we're gonna get into next,
Yeah.
where it's mother and girl.
But yeah, so the walking to the car situation, I expect that my friend or something would just be calm and be like backseat. Because even me myself, I would have loved if my friend is the driver, my girl's in the passenger. I would love to be in the backseat with all that space. Even myself, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So
So that's goofy.
huh?
That's goofy.
Bro, it's like that's a prime seat. That's a nice, that's a nice seat, bro.
There's,
you know?
there's this video. There's this video. I was like, nah, this guy killed it. Yeah. Let's say that. Let's say I get a new car, right? And I was like, yo, Daniel, test out my car.
Yeah.
You take the keys and they're like, all right, get the back. Ma, come to the front. But it's like that's like a goofy thing where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm gonna test your car because you told me to.
Yeah.
But you're sitting at the back at your own car,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then I'm
yeah.
getting you. My girl's gonna sit next to me
Coming.
while I drive your car.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so crazy. I've actually never sat in the back of my car.
Of your own car?
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't
Why
really
would you
have
need
reason
to?
to.
That's
Yeah.
how I know you haven't
Couple
been
times
in.
you
Yeah.
Why would you need to?
I don't know. But
Oh,
it'd
you-
be kind of
what
a
it be?
surreal
It's fun.
feeling.
You what?
It would be a surreal feeling.
It would be.
To sit at the back of your car.
Yeah, I did that
chauffeur
once. It
things,
was
man.
weird. Yeah.
But all right, the parent
Nothing.
one.
Nothing.
So nothing.
That's
Oh yeah,
nothing.
let's put
But-
up
but-
with it.
Unless
But
it's
some-
the opposite sex. I don't want to hear it. Get in the back
Oh
seat,
yeah,
mate.
that's a good point.
Get in the back straight away.
Wait, hold on.
I don't care who you
Okay,
are.
okay.
Wait,
But if the opposite
I'm
sex
kidding, I'm
has
kidding.
funnier jokes than you,
We will laugh. We can
Had a
hear you
better,
from the back.
track list.
We can hear you
better
from the
track
back.
list, better jokes.
We can hear
One
you
day.
from the back. You can control music from the back.
And,
No, I don't
and
think
you,
so.
and you guys are
That's
driving
right.
late. And you guys are driving late.
Fun
Now,
is
you
that,
guys
bro.
are driving back to the areas from the
Yeah.
city, right? And you're talking about how tired you are, so you're finna pass out.
But the friends wide
And then the
awake.
friend's like, hey,
Hey,
I'm ready for conversation.
baby.
What are you saying?
Entertaining from the back.
Wait, what?
also-
Why do you
Nah.
need us in the front to entertain?
What I was gonna ask though.
Entertain him
What I was-
from the back.
What I was gonna ask
Hey,
you.
yabba dabba doo.
What are you saying, man? Bro, what hand is? Oh,
Eesh.
that's what you trying to do.
Entertain from the
What I was gonna say, yeah. Okay, because we were all kind of.
Shout, hey.
We were all
I'm kidding,
kinda-
by the way. It all depends on who
No,
it
yeah, I was
is,
gonna
you
start.
know.
So, because we're all calm
You
with,
are not kidding.
bro.
No,
we're
I'm
all
kidding.
calm with whoever's the first person
Yeah.
in the car. Yeah, like, yeah, because we're all saying if I've picked up Carlos first and I go, drive past Miles' house, it's calm that she gets in the back. Like, it's not that deep. If I picked up a female friend first, and
It depends on the length of the drive as well. that's a good point, right?
No, shut up. It's
What do
like,
you mean?
like,
If it's
let's
short,
say-
if it's long.
Let's say like from
No.
from my house to the cinemas, like those ones there, 3-minute drive, right?
Yeah.
But so it's like let's say like my girl's friend is sitting in the front already.
Your girl's
Well, not even my
friends.
girlfriend.
Your friend.
A friend that is a girl.
yeah.
And then my girl just jumps in the back while we're on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like as if you're gonna
Get him to
do this over like a 2.5 minute drive. But
Nah,
then,
I don't know,
But then
man.
it's like if we're driving to the beach, and it's like 40 minutes away. It's like, come on, man. Like,
I think
Nah, I
just
don't-
like initially, if I was the friend, the female friend of a guy, and I was getting in the car, I'm gonna sit in the back seat
unready.
while you drive to go. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't understand why I have
Whoa,
to sit
whoa,
in the front
whoa,
What
seat.
if,
Was it
You know
not
what I mean?
Uber?
what if it's yeah?
Wait,
what the-
what?
Wait, but we're going to pick someone up.
Yeah,
we're
but
not just
imagine the
driving.
drive to pick you up is 25 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Bro, every time he was like, so Mo, what do you think?
No, because then
Why-
what? No. Because if I sit in the front, I'm not gonna get up. I'm just gonna stay. So that means your
So you're
girlfriend
just
has
a
to go
rude
to.
so
person.
you're double dumb.
No, because, no.
Yeah, bro.
What's the point? Why would you need to?
What's the point?
Wait.
Bro, do you know how hard it is to get
Why?
in the
Why
back
is it
seat?
such an issue for someone to sit in the back? Why do you guys need someone in
Nah,
the front?
it's
Wait,
not-
wait,
I'm
wait.
It's
saying
not
that's
an
what
Uber.
the heck?
It's just
that's
a
what I'm saying.
ride. It's
We
just
are,
a ride.
Listen,
Your
we are the
friend-
only two people in this vehicle.
Bro,
We don't.
And how big is the vehicle?
you know
How
what?
big
This
is the
is like-
vehicle?
25 minutes.
How big is the
this
vehicle
is the
though? How big is
equivalent.
the
This is the
vehicle?
equivalent of getting on an elevator. It's only you and one other person, and there's no one in the
Yeah,
elevator
yeah.
already.
And then
they get
nah.
in, you're like, no, I'll wait for the next
No,
one.
it's actually not
It's
because you're in a
literally-
vehicle.
It is.
They're right behind you.
No, but it's
literally right
bro,
behind
okay,
you.
but why do
That's
I have
the
an empty
stupidest thing.
seat? Why are we talking
Yeah.
through the
Why?
rearview mirror?
Alright, fine.
Why are we making awkward eye contact to the
Next
rearview
time
mirror?
Fair
Marwa
enough,
picks me
fair
up.
enough.
Actually, Marwa's never gonna pick me up. Never mind.
The guy said never. But no, especially if like that's your friend,
Yeah, that is.
and then
Yeah.
your friend gets to the back. Because bro, any
So
female
then you
friend.
want them to get up and
Because-
go to the back after.
No,
once
it's
they
too
get
late.
to
You're
the
still the front. You're still the
destination.
front throughout the whole thing. You get here
No,
first.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, sit in the front for now. In 25 minutes, jump in the back.
No,
Bro,
no,
jump,
wait,
this
wait.
is jump in the back.
In the back.
Nah.
Now I gotta take
But,
my bag. I gotta take everything. If I'm in
Bro,
the front,
hey,
I'm staying in the
you
front.
move,
where we
Your
driving?
girlfriend's
You
going
move
to the
trust
back.
when you. I'll do this. Here's your bag.
Yeah.
So,
Nah,
so,
no,
wait,
no,
so
no,
wait. Okay, so he's gonna.
want to touch a bag?
So he's gonna make the girl move. Would you guys make her
Okay,
move?
okay.
The girl.
For
Yeah.
both of you guys, there's an element I agree with you and with you. Yeah, with you, I agree with. If I sit at the front, I'm not moving to the back.
Yeah.
That's just a bit dragged, right? But I do understand it. Where I disagree with Nora is, what do you call it? You have to move to the back after you get to the destination. Not destination, after you pick someone else up. For me, it's like you might as well sit at the back from the get go. But then obviously, it is weird sitting at the back for 25 minutes. You know what I mean? Like imagine getting to your destination and then you're like, big man, you gotta get
Bro,
to
there'll
the
be
back.
times where my sister and I and then a friend will be like, I'm dropping off the friend home, and obviously my sister and I will live together in the same house. We're dropping off the friend, and I'm there waiting for her to get to the front seat. I'm like, bro, you're not sitting in the back of this seat for the remainder of this drive. What are you talking about, bruv? She's like, nah, I can't be bothered me. I'm like, bro, this ain't an Uber, bruv.
That's you though. That's just
Sit
a
in the
weird
passenger
thing. Like
seat
if
and let's
someone
drive
sits
to
in the
the-
back, like let them sit in the back.
That's
You know,
just
it's not
sitting
like
in
they-
So weird.
As an adult, sitting in the back for no reason with this person in the front. Bro,
That's what it is.
No, but
As an
that's-
adult,
because
there's
now
no
it's like
reason
it's not
anymore.
even an option. It's a given. If there's a free space in the front, you sit in it.
Sit there, bruv.
The only time I'm cool with people not sitting in the front is when they're getting an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Sit in
The
the
only
back.
time where it's like you can sit at the
Fair
back
enough.
is when the place, let's say I'm picking my girl up, it's legit like a minute away.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The length of the drive matters.
Yeah, but only a minute. You're talking about 25.
I was talking about 3 minutes. Like,
What?
3 minutes.
No,
One song.
but what?
One
what
song.
Yeah. Oh, not one song.
yeah,
But
one
let's
song.
say
It's a one-song drive.
Nah, that's a bit long. Me, this guy live like 30 seconds apart.
Yeah.
Right? And you know what I mean? So that's like whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm on at the back for like legit 20 seconds. Once you're red, you stop and then someone else is getting in. That's whatever. But then for you to sit at the back and then we're driving, taking turns, waiting at traffic light.
If
and
we're
do
doing
all
more
that-
than one turn, it's
Bro,
long already.
yeah, we do all that, and then we get there 10 minutes later, and it's like, alright. Then you go to the back, hey, babe, I'm here, and then, nah, dragged.
I remember there once when,
Yeah.
when we were picking Mao up, one of my friends was in the passenger seat with me because he even lives in the other direction of Mao's house. So I picked him up, drove past my area, and then went to pick up Mao. As soon as we got there, dude did the little through the middle part, sat in the back. I was like, I bet, come on. Yeah. I wasn't going to tell you to. It wasn't by force, but you did it.
That's
So
one of the
calm.
nice things where it's like when people are just socially aware.
Yeah.
And they do these things without anyone having to have said it. It's like very nice. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're my guy still. I was like, I bet.
Yeah, like that, I understand. Like, I would do that, but at the same time, like, if you don't do that, like, in my mind, I don't think anything.
like, I'm not gonna hold it.
Nah, but your girl's looking at you in the rearview mirror, cuz. Yeah, what now?
Ultimately, I don't
What
care.
now? What now? Now
Like
what?
me, I don't think I would mind.
Or you
Like-
said you sit in the back.
Huh? What'd you say?
Wait, so who's sitting in the back then?
With what?
I don't know.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you
I don't
asking? Who's sitting in the back of what?
You said I don't mind, but you also said that she should sit in the back seat.
No, like I'm just saying, like to me, what makes sense? Like that seems to make sense that you sit in
What?
the back. But I guess I get it. You guys don't like that Uber feeling of someone's in the back. I have to look
Nah,
in the
that's just
review mirror to
weird.
see you. Like it's weird, whatever.
Bro,
What we say?
imagine like, imagine, I don't know if it makes sense. Like if I pick you up first and then you're sitting at the back
Yeah.
or whatever. I
What
don't
if they
makes-
want to? What you're gonna force someone to come sit in the front?
No, that's calm. That's even
Yeah,
calmer.
yeah.
That's calm.
No, but if they
it's
say-
it's
they don't
not
want
so
to-
good, your girl's
but-
getting in. If they're like, no, it's so good, your girl's gonna be getting in. So I'll just sit here. They've said that.
Again, though,
That's
like
alright.
if it's
Like,
a
that's alright.
3 minute or less drive.
Yeah.
If it's like a 27-minute drive, and you're like, yeah, don't worry, man, your girl's gonna be.
Yeah,
in a minute.
that's that. But then you're
3 red
expect-
lights as well.
But the
Nah,
thing
not
is,
happening,
you're expecting
bro.
them to
Come
go
on,
to
man.
the back after 27 minutes.
Yeah, it's not that far, bro. Anyways, yeah. your parent. What about your
That's why I'm
parent?
like, hey.
For the man, them, I don't know if it's the same. I guess it's everyone has a certain
mom.
respect for a mother. I guess.
I don't think it's the same,
I was
bro.
gonna say, is it opposite for girls? Like, oh, is that what you say with? Ooh, what just happened to you?
Hey, first of all, how often do you even drive with your mom and your girl in the car?
Not that often.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
almost never happens.
So I don't know if we're gonna do the walking scenario or you picked one of them up first.
But even both of them is probably the
Let's
same
go,
thing.
let's go the hardest scenario. Your girl's in the car already, then you got to pick your mom.
Gotta
up.
pick
Ah,
Yep.
damn.
What
My
y'all
mom's
doing?
just gonna sit in the back, bro.
Your mom?
Yeah, it's not that deep.
No. Okay, we know that obviously the mother will be like,
Sometimes she wants to get
she's-
Yeah.
they're not gonna make a scene out of it. But then, what are you gonna say to your gal?
Yeah.
None. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I also don't know if I'd say anything, but I'd think something. Especially if it's early in the relationship and it's like she already feels like doesn't have to show that respect to my mom.
If you and
I don't
your,
know, but your
if
mom
she's
would
not
do that to you
comfortable-
with your dad, bruv. You're sitting in the back, bro.
Bro, we're a family.
Yeah, that's different.
That's literally, we all have the same genetics, bro. What are you talking
Cause what do you mean? Bro, in my mom's car,
Hopefully my parents
sometimes
don't
I
have the
sit at the
same
front,
genetics.
sometimes I sit at the back. It don't matter, bro.
Mania.
You know what I mean?
Damn. All right. Interesting.
That is tough.
I feel like it's a given, bro. Like this front seat is for my mother.
Yeah.
There's a certain point, yeah. Like if we were talking like 3 years, but as soon as you're my wife, bro, the back seat's for my mother.
Yeah. Mom, I'm married now.
Mom, I did the thickest now.
Oh my god.
Can't sit near me.
But I kind of get that because I think with also a lot of guys, they put the mother really up there as well, right? So it's like, yeah, that's kind of like my mom's seat.
Wait, Dad, sit in the boot, bro.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, oh, is the opposite for girls? Was like, damn, I feel like dads just don't get that universal respect sometimes, huh? Like, what the heck?
Nah, you know what it is? It's because they're men and they're just normal with this stuff.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah,
They
because
don't
your mom will be
care.
like, oh, she's not a good girl.
Yeah.
Because your dad, because your dad's not
boss
gonna
is cool, bro.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
like let's say you're driving Daniel, and then you go pick up your dad. Your dad's not gonna be like, wow, crazy. Don't marry him.
But her mom,
God.
yeah.
I think there was a time when I picked up. We went to pick up your mom or something.
Yeah.
And was it? Yeah. And then she went and sat in the back, or something like that.
I think you were in the passenger seat. I was driving, and then you were gonna get up.
Yeah.
And she said, "No, stay." So I think for them it's like, that's your partner. Let them. You guys
That's
do
what I
your
was-
thing.
yeah.
But it's also like because I think they're like you guys are gonna talk. And
Damn,
I don't know.
Awkward car ride.
I
But
don't
was
know.
gonna say-
What about you are driving your partner with your partner, but you're picking up their mom or their dad.
Nah, backseat, bro.
Yeah, backseat big man.
Yeah, it's I agree.
In your car, yeah.
about you.
Backseat, bro.
Guys, I'm locking the front doors, bro.
Cause back right, so I can't see you in the rear view, bro. What are you talking about?
Don't put your big head in the middle.
Because if I got the
dare you.
if I got the family car, you sit in the back bag, bro.
Oh,
I try to.
Hey, uncle, it's a 7-seater. You number 7.
Bro, man, them left the middle space open for what? For thoughts or what, bro?
Leave it open, big man.
No, what I was gonna say, the reason I'm probably calm with my mom just in the back is because I know from her perspective, it's like this is your partner.
yeah.
Like, so for her, it's like it makes sense, bro. Like, why am I trying to be the the one that the Bible warned against of who shall separate what God has put together, bruv. You know,
yeah.
I think there's
get
two
you.
perspectives. There's your perspective and obviously your mother's perspective, right? It's like my perspective is I want you, like Noah's perspective is him, not his mother, it's not his mom's, right? So it's like this is for my mom, right? Even though what if your mom was actually cool sitting at the back? Are you still like, wow, mom, this is reserved for you?
Yeah, like for me, it's like I know, like for example, for my actual mom, like she is cool with sitting in the back.
Yeah, but you still
But I
said
know
this is for you.
she's- Like, how do you explain it? It's like even in a like, let's say a relationship. It's like your girl might not like flowers. Yeah, she doesn't care for flowers, but if
they'd
you get her
appreciate
flowers, she's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
You
know,
know, but if you didn't, she wouldn't say it. It's the
Yeah,
same
I
kind
get
of
you,
the
I
same
get
kind of
you.
thing.
You know
It's
what I
like,
mean?
oh, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But if it
Yeah.
happens, like, oh,
beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
nice.
true.
yeah. So there's that perspective where it's like
Yeah.
it's an individual, your own perspective, and obviously perspective of your mother's, where it's like, well, how would she view this as well, right? Because sometimes she might view it as, yo, I feel more respected if you make me sit at the front. But let's just say that you're like a calm person where it's like, God, that doesn't really matter, whatever. But it looks like that will be reserved for you just based on your perspective.
Yeah.
So there's that. And yeah, so I think there's two.
Interesting. Do you have another one?
You guys want to throw one in there? I think
Yeah.
I had a saucy one, but
Do it.
huh?
Do it.
Oh, let me end it. Let me end it towards the end. The
All right, bring it up later. Moa,
saucy.
you had one thing, and that kind of goes in with the whole "would you sell out your people" thing.
Oh, so like people. Ooh.
Sell them out. Sell them out. So yeah, I mean,
How do you sell out your
Are you
recently.
laying down a verse? Huh? You laying down?
Sell
a
them out.
verse?
Sell them
I
out.
mean,
That's it's not like
Tip.
sell them out.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
in the house.
Bring them out.
So
Lil Wayne
yeah,
said this?
recently in the news. I don't know if you guys follow what's happening over in America with Donnie and all of them folks, but it was what was it? It was reported, yeah, that Donald Trump pardoned a lot of people. It was like over 100 people, leading up to his last days of being president. And what that
in
basically
his mind, he's still president right now.
he is.
In his mind,
In
he's
his
still
mind,
president right now.
he's doing his rounds of goodbye and everything, right? So he pardoned quite a few people, including Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. Yep,
Kodak.
Black.
Yeah, you-
as
Kodak the
well.
finesse kid.
And I think what that essentially means is, so they had charges pending, and I think Lil Wayne, he was supposed to go up this month or something with some few charges like gun possession and all of that stuff, and he was looking at facing time, right? And so he's been pardoned, which means he's not going to be doing time, like everything's been dropped basically. So going back a few months, Lil Wayne was in the news, making headlines because he was basically endorsing Donald Trump and what he's doing and all of that stuff. He had a photo with him as well, just kind of like supporting him and backing him in his run and all of that. Yeah. And so with the recent headlines and all, people were like, oh, so clearly there was an agenda behind what Lil Wayne was doing in terms of him, supporting Trump and everything. And it's clear that it's because he wanted to get pardoned. I mean, like, we don't know if that's the actual intent, but if you put two and two together, it looks like, he kind of used him to, get his freedom and all. And a lot of people were just kind of like, some people were like, oh, he's the GOAT. Like, that's great what he's done and all of that. And other people were just kind of like, you're a sellout, you basically, like, this person, what he's done to African Americans, like, it's really bad, and you've just come and kind of had his back and been like, yes, I support you, all for your own gain, basically, to get your freedom. And so, yeah, so, like, it was kind of a 50-50 type of thing, where it's like some people were like, I wouldn't do that. Like, I would never sell myself out, sell my morals and all of that stuff just for my freedom. But then other people were like, yo, this guy was facing 10 years plus in prison. He just did this one thing where he went, on social media, and he was like, yep, I endorse this person. And that was it, basically. Because after that, we didn't hear anything else again about him
photo.
doing, after the
It was
photo
just the orange man and a
circulated.
little gremlin next to him.
Yeah, so after that, it was kind of quiet. So, like, yeah, would you guys go to that extent of selling yourself out for your freedom? In his case, for freedom.
No, like, yeah.
No question asked.
For me, Lil Wayne's the GOAT, first of all. And, like, for someone who has gangster lyrics and stuff, is there anything more gangster than tricking the president to pardoning you from a jail sentence? That is a pretty gangster move.
Yeah.
That's a pretty incredible thing to have on your resume. All right.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
that.
There's also the element of like, okay, Wayne doesn't do all this. Wayne goes to jail for 8 years or whatever it was,
Yeah.
right? What are people gonna do for him if he hadn't done this?
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing.
No one's going in with him.
I
And
have
that's
4
what I didn't
children.
get.
I
Yeah,
have all this
exactly.
stuff. My daughter's at the age where she's gonna be getting married soon, probably. Maybe not if her boyfriend's convicted murder. I don't know.
Nice.
But
Damn.
whatever it is, yeah. But it's like I don't know. To me, and then this is also the thing. I was like, now, granted, it's not just any political party. It was Trump's political party, which is pretty intense and stuff. But it's like, depends how you want to look at it. It's like Wayne, like I think Wayne is even this mentality where it's like, I'm not black, I'm Wayne, right? Which is stupid. I think it's a dumb mentality. I think what's his name did this. OJ did that same thing. He's like, I'm not black, I'm OJ, right? And it was like, but there's also an element of like, I am just me, and it's like I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how I kind of see it
get
as
it.
well, right? And it's like, okay, you want me to take a photo of this guy, pretend I'm endorsing him? Cool. 10 years sentence removed. Cool.
10 years.
Bro, I even found that mad about when I realized like pardon still dang, bro. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that people getting pardoned.
I don't get that you can do that,
bro, because I know that was what was going on in the Renaissance
Yeah,
times
yeah,
and
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, the Queen says it's okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things like,
forgiven.
yeah, forgiven. You know, like I get it when it was popping in. Yeah, long day. I get it when it was popping in then times, yeah. But yeah, I was like, oh snap, like this still goes on now. I was like, bro, so you can like what criteria allows you to be
do that?
pardoned?
To be
Yeah.
pardoned,
Is there a level of no, this crime cannot be pardoned, or is it still just comes down
Because
to
if it's 10 years,
I think it is.
damn, sounds like it's long.
They're kind of serious?
Yeah. This ain't no joke.
Well, because for him it was repeat gun and
Yeah.
drug offenses,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And New York's not light on guns.
But what would I do? Like, what do I think about that? What do I think about that, man? I don't know, man. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm still me that has a life that I want to
Yeah.
live, and I don't want to be spending the next portion of it in jail.
Yeah.
Is this what I got to do? But it comes down to also kind of, I don't know if we mentioned on the podcast or we just spoke about it, about what Steve Harvey was saying to, was it Monique?
Monique, yeah.
Yeah, like pretty much along the
Chamberlain.
lines of like, if they say jump, jump. If they say dive, dive. You know what I mean? It's like, is that now? Are you bending yourself in a certain way to for the sake of progression or for the sake of survival? Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I guess there has to be. This is the thing at the end of the day as well. If we don't like that, bet we don't like that. That's that.
Yeah.
But it's like he was willing to do this for that decision. For you, there's gonna be something as well that you're willing to
You'll
do.
buckle over it.
Exactly, you know. So it's
You have
like
to bend things a little
at
bit.
the end of the
for
day,
that.
man, yeah, just bro, he's at the end of the day, he got what you know what I mean, what he
Yeah.
wanted. So what are y'all mad about? Exactly.
Yeah.
What was the alternative?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Big man goes to jail and everyone free Wayne.
Free Wayne, yeah.
Free Weezy.
Free
That's the
Weezy.
hashtag. That's it.
That's it.
Guys,
That's
killed
all.
it. You killed it.
The next day I forgot. that he went in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with no. I was like, I think there's a level where it's like,
Did you guys see Kodak though?
yeah,
'Cause he got pardoned.
He
yeah.
got pardoned as well.
Oh man.
So he had a tweet ages ago. It was like, if I get like
Oh,
released from
yeah,
these
yeah, I
charges,
did see
whatever,
this.
I'm gonna give $1 million to charity. Got pardoned, deleted the tweet.
Oh wow.
Like the guy said, "What million?
Oh my.
I ain't made no music."
So bad.
I've been in jail. Looking like I still do porn.
But I'm lucky keen for him to drop some stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he dropped an album from prison. Not very good.
Yeah, that's why I want him to come out and drop something real for us. So what are your thoughts on that show, bro?
What?
The show. You know, this is also the 1 year anniversary of Kobe's passing today.
Is it today?
Oh, it's
Or
today.
Oh, yesterday?
tomorrow Or today, yeah. One
Oh
of them.
wow.
Well, I thought it was yesterday.
For 1 year, it's
Maybe it was yesterday. No, it wasn't on the 24th. It was on the 26th.
That was
to the
fast.
Yeah.
So wait.
So tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the 1 year.
Oh, so all the stuff is lead up to it then. Oh, because I already started to see.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, Lupin. Is it Lupin?
Hey, why don't we just change, what's it called? Hold up. Wait, it was 4 days ago? I don't know, man. Let's just change Australia Day to Kobe Day.
instead, bro.
I like the show very much.
So what is
Lupin on Netflix.
Lupin.
Lupin?
Is that Lupin?
Lupin.
True. Lupin means the
Oh,
bread.
because of French. So they're trying to put that Lupin.
It's Lupin. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what are you saying?
No, he.
Yeah, I like it very
He
much.
has some thoughts on
I'm
it.
3
Nah,
episodes deep.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Don't
I think I
spoil it
pretty
for
much
anyone
was
who
liking
hasn't
about
seen
that
it.
time
So
too.
basically, all it is
it's a nice concept, eh?
it's very nice. Okay,
It could be a movie.
This is what I really
Yeah.
liked about it, right? And I messaged my sister saying this today because I was like, "Oh, you should watch this." She's like, "I finished it." Oh. Yes. What I really enjoyed about it is it's very clean. So it's
Yeah.
like it's
yeah.
not overly sexualized. Very little. I think the first episode there was a comment like, "Oh, is it true about black guys?" And then just like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard they can't swim, and I was like, "Ah,
Yeah. Whoa.
wow." I was like, "I'm disgusting."
But that's like when someone caught me out. You know what they say about big feet, huh? I was like,
Good bounce.
nah, good big shoes. I was like, damn, bro, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me, bro?
Yeah,
Oh man.
they say that.
Yeah, so-
No.
but
So
yeah, it's clean.
not overly sexualized, not too much swearing, like swearing in reasonable moments. You know, like when the lady comes up to him at his father's grave, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just like, he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Nigga, F yourself," right? I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a reasonable reaction.
yeah.
You know?
And he's
Yeah.
yeah.
how he said it too.
Yeah, it's so nice. I was like, "What are you saying?"
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
so it's not too much swearing, not too much sex, and then what was the other one? Not even the violence.
The violence is not crazy, yeah.
So it's like you're actually watching really good writing and just a nice mystery. I was like, bro, I enjoy this. Like this has kind of proved that we don't need all that stuff in
Yeah.
this stuff. I'm not saying like if there's a movie that's about a sexual character, right? Like a strip or something. Obviously, you need to have sex in it, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you don't need it in
Everything.
because that
Everything,
distracts
yeah.
from things as well.
And that's the thing with movies. Like my perspective on like Hollywood movies versus this kind of movies has changed. I'm like Hollywood
crazy,
movies ain't
man.
got the juice no more, bro.
Yeah.
Hey yo, if you're
Bro,
from
South
Hollywood and you're
Africa,
watching
France,
this, bro, I'm telling you,
Where
bro.
else, man? Spain.
Spain.
They be doing things.
And
Turkey.
the crazy thing about it is that it's on Netflix,
So we
right?
walked in the other day. His dad was watching Turkish stuff or something.
But what do you call it? It's on Netflix, right? So imagine those that are not on Netflix, bro. And I've seen heaps that's not on Netflix,
All these smaller film festivals and stuff like
Bro.
that. 'Cause that's pretty much where these guys pop off.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like
Like
movies are being shown on a regular at these festivals in these different countries.
different ideas,
yeah.
different
For us, it
concepts.
takes a whole Netflix picking it up before we get
Yeah.
to watch
Yeah,
it. you know
for
what I'm
us to notice. But yeah, different ideas, different concept. It's like, yo, this is what movies are about.
Yeah.
Hollywood had the juice like that.
I'm very keen on Eddie Wong's movie. It's coming out. It's called.
saying? I feel like I've seen something.
It's the one with Pop Smoke in it.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's about an Asian kid growing up in New York who's.
Yeah.
And this is what I really liked
Yeah.
about
I
it.
did
Is
see
like
this.
finally it's a movie about an Asian guy who's not like a beta, right? So this dude is tall, muscly. The girls like him. Like he's a basketball player, like star player, everything. Got it on a scholarship and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like. It's pretty cool for them to finally get that representation because for so long that whole if it's an Asian guy in a movie,
It's just like
loser. You know what I mean? The butt of every joke. So it's like, but the actual movie, like, it looks like a really good concept.
Yeah.
He's done good stuff, I guess.
At one point, I was like, man, where are movies going, bro?
yeah, I think it comes because I think it's
there
where
was
we're
a
at.
dry period.
There was a
There's
dry
people.
period.
Yeah, there was a literally. I don't know if I've said it before. There was a
Everything
period.
dumb long.
Yeah, there was a period when every single movie out was just a remake of something.
Something,
from
yeah.
decades ago. Literally
When
every
Disney
single
would
movie.
have stopped doing Lion King, Aladdin.
Every movie that was out, like it looked like it was 1984 at the
Enough.
drive-ins, bro. If you
Yeah.
get me. But I think it's where we're at now, bro. You know, like for us, we know what we want to feed our minds
Yeah.
at this point in time. So it's like we're done with the oversaturated stuff that you see. Like pretty much every movie is the same thing. You know, you can predict it. It's predictable.
Yeah.
It's the same type of characters. You know what I mean? It's like. I think we're just at that because some people will love it. Some people will not be wanting to watch the Lupins and whatever else is out there. You know what I
They
mean?
just want to watch American Pie.
You get me? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Who even
But
watches that anymore?
Yeah, it's, I
I've
think
always wondered that. Who honestly watched those movies is like, yes, good, entertaining.
Never seen
Like,
one.
I know
I've
they
never
would have been
seen
like,
them,
this is a
but-
great cinema movie, but they're like, this is entertaining. I'm just
Daniel.
change the camera from my face real quick.
like, whoa, so you watched that.
I remember watching it when I was younger. Yeah,
Did some little movies. He said, running back turbo.
bro. So
Yeah, isn't it full of?
I
people
never,
like
yeah,
that?
nah, bro. I'm exposing myself right now. My parents, when they used to do night duty, both of them, overnight shifts.
The
Yeah,
guy says the time.
because what would happen? That was when I think one of my, I don't remember which sister. Must have been the middle one. Yeah, because obviously she would sleep in their bed with them, while they were at home. But on night duty, there's no one there with her, right? So I would have to be the one that sleeps in the bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like has to look after
You
her overnight.
exposed her
Yeah.
innocent eyes to
Nah, she was
American
knocked
Pie.
out. Knocked out, yeah.
Sure.
And then they had a TV in their room. And then I was just flicking through the channels, and then American Pie came on. I was like, oh, I'm conflicted right now. Obviously, I don't watch these things.
thought it's a cooking show, Mom.
I was like, obviously, I don't watch these things, but it's.
Wait, how old are you?
Bro, young, because it was like primary school.
42,
and that movie
okay.
was out. 42.
You watched the whole
42,
thing though.
42.
You watched the whole thing.
Oh,
You didn't
finished
stop
it,
yourself.
bro.
The whole way, the whole.
Finished
Wow.
the movie, bro. I was like,
said, "What
wow. Bro, it's a mad movie. And we were literally not weak because you guys clearly didn't watch it.
No.
But me and
I
all
watched it.
me and all of the other white boys and that in school, it's like, yo, this is what we're watching at this
Then he
age.
went to school
That's
the
a
next day,
problem.
started whispering to his friends, "Hey, yes, have you seen American Pie?"
Bro.
Yes, good.
You know how much that exposed kids to stuff though?
Oh,
like
man.
those
Messed up
movies.
movie.
Yeah, like as in
Such a bad
they were
movie.
kind of like, I think I'm gonna try the thought
Yo,
thing now.
Yeah.
gosh, bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, oh, man. Yeah. What a movie. Anyways.
Hey, we're shooting a podcast. We're a guest on someone's podcast
Facts.
tomorrow morning. So we will be.
We're
on.
shooting this tomorrow morning.
Give him a shout
Not
out.
sure when it'll drop, but
No. We're shooting. Yeah, it's fire. You know, forget it.
We're gonna drop it announced. Nah, it doesn't.
we're shooting it. But when we know it's
We'll
gonna
be
drop,
shooting
we'll
it
let
tomorrow
y'all
morning,
know.
but on the day this episode is out is when we'll be shooting it currently.
Yes.
Trying to say, man.
That
But yeah, we'll be on
correct.
another podcast, man. So look out for that. We'll be announcing that.
We'll
I
be
also
featured.
I also wanted to mention this like last episode, but I forgot. Someone has a very, very nice girlfriend. She hit up the podcast and told us to help promote her boyfriend and what he's about to do right now. So shout out to Lynn. She hit us up and said, "Yo, can you put my boyfriend on and just talk about what he's doing?" So Yoon, shout out to you as well. He's an amateur fighter. He's working on going pro.
Wow.
He's got a background in boxing and Muay Thai with additional training in martial arts and self-defense. And right now he's working out of his own home gym in southeastern suburbs, and he's up and ready to just literally train anyone who's down to be trained. And I have so many people that hit me up, like I apparently know these things, saying, "Hey, do you know anyone who's doing this, that?"
Yeah.
Now I do. So yeah.
Hit him
Hit him
up.
up, guys. Yeah, for sure.
Hit up Yoon. Yeah, man, my guy got some moves in that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, just go to his Insta and you'll be able to see,
Yeah.
the great work that he does.
YOON.fighter.
FIGHT.
You don't have to spell fighter
Just
out.
in case,
What?
bro. Some people don't be speaking English, bruv. Had to listen.
So how to listen to the?
Yeah, I just realized.
Let me
But
slap
yeah,
your
if y'all
head.
are trying to eat, I think he's got some sessions. If you want to just try it out, he's down to just let you come through and have a good time at the
Damn.
home gym.
Shout out to
Southeastern
him,
suburbs,
bro.
So that's for
Yeah.
y'all.
I
Shout
actually
out
saw
to
him.
Yoon.
This is the one that go to church, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually saw them last week.
So yeah, man,
Yeah.
hit him up.
Strong man.
I
that
want
us?
to have a daughter, bro.
Okey-doke.
I keep seeing photos of little daughters.
That's your explore page now, yeah. Yeah,
That's
on
nice.
Oh,
Let's end it. Before I end it,
you're something,
Well,
nothing.
y'all forgot already. That's crazy. Yeah. Nah, this is a little bit saucy just because it's something that I've seen. Just because something I've seen, and the weird thing about it is that some people don't care, and for some people, it was enough for them to walk away. Right. So this is, you told somebody, right? There's an information that they didn't tell you. It's not deep, but it's one of those where it's like, I would like to know this. One of those infos. Let's just say that, they do the look of some with one of your close friends. Not deep, but she ain't said nothing and they let on you find out.
Something or nothing.
Something or nothing.
Yeah, something, bro.
Wait. So they've done
No,
something.
like it's nothing deep, but it's like, I would like to know that.
Done something like
Yeah, like let's just say, mwah.
just a kiss.
But I would have had the moments, but
Kiss or a kiss?
oh no, did not that far. But everything but before that.
Oh.
But
I want to know because
that's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
feel really silly sitting in a room with a guy that's like
Yeah, but-
nageled my bagel.
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's deep, but might not be like super deep for you to walk away in the first place. But then you find out like later on after you're like you're in love, but no, but I mean you're kind of deep into
The
it. So
fact
then
that
now
it
what's
feels like
up?
a secret, though, that would make you want to walk away. Even
What? I know you won't walk away.
I would walk away.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I know people that walked away, and I know some who said, "I would have loved for you to mention that," but it's nothing.
Okay.
So it's nothing for them
If
because
it's
they're
brought
like,
up in an embarrassing way, then I probably would walk away. If it's not, if
Wait,
it's just like
what's an embarrassing way?
Like if Like legit, if like I don't know, I'm having an argument with some guy, and then he just goes, "I did this to your girl."
Hey, wait. But that's a pride thing now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, what? You wanna?
You think I don't have pride?
Whoa! So you wanna go ahead and say I'm breaking up with you because someone embarrassed me?
I'm breaking up with you. I'm breaking his jaw. I don't know. Everything's breaking.
But you wouldn't let him know that you don't know.
What?
You wouldn't let him know
Nah,
that you don't know.
Justin gonna say no.
You have
I
to
know
tell
I
him.
let her.
I knew that she already told.
No,
like, you just
in a moment
Yeah, I
like
know,
that.
I know.
In a moment like no, you're not even gonna think that straight. You're not gonna be like, yeah, I know. You're gonna be like,
Yeah, and so what?
yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Like it's
No, what you just said, and so what?
yeah, and so
Yeah,
what is
and so
alright.
what?
No, you're yelling at them. They're yelling back, and they say,
hard
"But I
to
did
say,
this
and
to your
so what
gal."
through your tears.
And then you're like, no, you don't say so. You're like, wait, when did this happen?
Yeah.
I think it only becomes a
I
problem.
think you're thinking of the wrong girl.
I think it only becomes a problem if like we've had that type of conversation where it's like, you know, you're bringing
Brought it
up
up?
your sexual partners or just partners in general,
so
and that
tough.
was one that you never, you know, like mentioned or said, and then now I'm in a room and this person's there's some tension going on. They're looking at you. You're kind of like avoiding eye contact, and I'm like,
His
okay.
lips.
And then I'm like, clearly there's something going on, and I'm the one coming to you and asking, and you're not telling me anything. That's a problem.
Now imagine how
If I'm coming to
Bro.
you, that's a problem.
Can you imagine the beef that would happen? Like you're sitting in a room with your girl and a guy keeps staring at her and you're like, hey man, what? You want my girl? And then he goes, nah, I just miss her.
Yeesh.
That sounds like something Drake would say, bro.
Bro, I'm looking at my girl. What does it mean?
Miss? She's my missus.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because some people would be like, oh, if we're dating, why do I need to like disclose everything with you? You know, like
Yeah, see,
that's
I
my
hate that,
past.
bro.
Don't worry about it.
Because I'm
Don't
a
worry
disclose
about it.
information
Yeah.
guy. I will tell you
I
about
think you know who you're with.
Yeah.
No, you know who you're with, bro. I'm a disclosure information person
So
as
you
well,
really
yeah.
that too.
So it's like, bro, I want to build something knowing that the foundation is
Strong.
I know every
Honesty.
single
It's
thing that's
clear.
included in
Honesty.
this foundation right now, bro.
Yeah.
Clean.
Bro, you know them ones when you mess up something, but you cover it up just enough that it's fine.
Yeah.
Imagine the foundation got a little crack and you put a little bit of duct tape. It's calm. You know what I mean?
For now.
Yeah, for now. Then the duct tape gets ripped off later. Now the whole foundation lock off, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I just think it makes sense. If we're trying to build something, let's build it from the
Yeah.
best vantage point as possible, bro. And it's like, if we're adult enough to handle what comes our way. Now, this is the thing. You're with the wrong person if they can't handle what you're bringing them anyways.
Yes,
You're with
I
the
was
wrong
gonna say that,
individual
yeah.
if you're bringing something about yourself and who you are to the table.
Like,
They
yeah.
clearly like a certain version of you and not you as you yourself. you know?
Yeah, but that's your
So-
past, so you need to leave that behind.
Yeah. But that past made you that present right now, didn't it?
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
What?
but still, you know.
The only reason I know how to work is because it's been worked. God, man, she's right.
Did you see Carlos?
right.
Did you see Carlos Miller when he was talking about like there's nothing more awkward than a pastor talking about someone at a funeral that they don't know anything about. This is a fair part. So Carlos was Carlos.
What do you say? They start making it deep.
When you run into Carlos, he was Carlos. Like, it was
Like, you don't know what you're saying, bro.
It was legit. He was saying everything,
Yeah.
but he was
But
saying nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just what happened to me. I was saying everything, but I was
but
saying,
yeah, bro.
but I get what you're saying. But it's like, bro, it's like, okay, I left that past behind me, and it is true that sometimes you have to accept that that's what you did, and it might affect your future. I think people have to accept that, right? But at the same time, it's like, but I'm a complete different person. Can we not detach?
Shouldn't that mean you're at a more healed position to be able to mention that then as well now, isn't it?
I think that only
Maybe,
works if it has no effect in like your future with that person at all. So it's like if we get into an argument later on down the track and then, you know, something that you're doing now is because of, you know, who you were back then that's a problem, you know, if it's like slowly creeping in. If I see any small tendencies that you had back then, like we're going to have a conversation about what was going on. But if it's like something that you can totally avoid, which I don't think is ever the case, I feel like whatever happened back then, like it's always gonna, you know, in some way or another creep in, kind of, whether
So you think
it's,
people don't ever like fully change?
I feel like some part of,
But it's always a part of
yeah,
you as an individual.
or it's like, oh, you know,
man.
I'm
everything that you do.
So
Yeah.
once a cheater, always a cheater.
Oh damn.
I mean,
Once a
that's
cheater,
something
always
you
a
have to
person with
disclose.
potential cheater tendencies.
I'm sorry, that's something you have
Sorry,
to.
why'd I touch on that?
You have to always disclose. If you are a cheater, I don't care if you
Nah,
haven't cheated
but-
in like 5 years. You got to disclose it. I need to
Why?
find
Wait, why?
Well, you have to
because
disclose
I need
that.
Wait, no,
because
it's important.
I need to know. First of all, I need to know why you did it. What
Yeah.
was the reason? Because we need to
What's that
avoid
reason?
that happening again.
Would you
know?
date someone that's cheated?
If I know them now and I know that this person's like good to me and they treat me well, yeah. But
What
we
makes you feel
need to have
special
the
enough to not be
conversation.
cheated on?
That's
Yeah.
the thing. That's why we need to have the conversation.
Can
and
you
I
see
need
now
to
why
know
they
why.
wouldn't want to tell you because of this whole thing?
Because then you leave that choice to me.
Imagine like letting them, like they love you, right?
Yeah.
Because of what you've presented.
No, I agree.
Exactly,
I
yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
agree.
Like-
I absolutely agree.
Like, because we always say it on the podcast, like
I
love
agree,
is a
but-
decision
but
at the
still.
end of the day, right?
But I'm deciding to love
Yeah, I
the wrong
decide
thing.
to-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
decide to love someone or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like
Despite whatever.
this is love that is based on
that's
use the
tough.
word on a fast, bruv. You know,
Fast.
you presented yourself as this person who's always loyal. It's like, no, you had a time when you slipped up, bro.
Yeah.
If you've really healed and learned from it, it's something you can
Then
talk
that's
about.
fine. Yeah.
Nah, but at the same time, you say that person can walk away.
Bro, you're with the wrong person.
No, that's
then.
not-
If they
that's
walk
not the
away, then
point.
that's their
Yeah,
decision.
no,
You
you're
can't
not-
force
you're
someone.
You're with the person who's
Wait,
not willing
so
to
you're gonna-
decide to love you based on
Yeah.
that.
No, what?
Wait.
Bruh.
So
Go away.
you're gonna withhold information.
burning?
Yeah, I can smell it. I can smell it.
Bro, is it this?
I think it's the cord.
Hold on.
I think it's that.
I was like,
you gotta wrap up.
smelling a bit of.
Hey, hold on. I got butt all over the camera.
Wait, wrap it up. It's 2 hours anyways. Go. Yeah.
I just got jump
Hey,
in.
man,
I
we'll
think it's a
continue this
sign.
episode next week. Thank you for joining us for another episode of
We'll just
Disruption
get juicy up in
Podcast.
here, bro.
We'll catch you next week. Damn. Bring the whole house down.
Latest.
I was smelling like, what's going on here, bro? Ah, man, we out. Let it bolt.
It's getting hot in this house.
Is it the cord?
We got some technical difficulties. Look at those butt checks, bro. You know damn well I'm keeping this footage. Imagine ending the whole podcast. Oh, say swear. I should probably stop.
Just that one.
All right, bye, guys.
Hey, bro, get off my butt.